day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Hey, good morning, and I'm talking to you especially. I want to just remind you this morning that you've done something incredible. Despite it all, you've woken up with a dose of life inside you, and that means the promise of an incredible day. The potential you have within you is just flowing. You can feel it, and I know it's going to be a brand new day filled with all the good stuff. So welcome to Mzansi, your Feel Good Breakfast Show, opening up right here on S3, and let's get into what's happening this morning. Now, we're going to be raising awareness around hepatitis with Dr. Chanel Martinez. And before heading to the streets to meet rising busker turned recording artist Kutlwano Yika. And this is someone who's about to drop their very first original single. And I can't wait to get first hands on it. And you do too, Mzansi. And it doesn't stop there because the entertainment box gets even bigger. Expert Delucia Daniels keeps us in the loop with the latest celeb buzz. And we step into the kitchen. I know those bellies are hungry, so we're going to be inspiring you with our Taste Masters Season 6 contestant, Siobhan Faree. And she takes on the viral Matilda cake. I know you've seen this one, and I know you want to get the dibs on it, and we got you covered. But it doesn't stop there, because we're going to keep it coming with the good stuff. We have also an acclaimed actress, Embeth Davids, who joins us to chat about a bold new directional debut, Let's Go to the Dogs Tonight. Now, this is Miss Honey from Matilda, so it gets even better. You see the connection here? Oh, yeah, we got you, Mzansi. And like I said, welcome to the magic of a brand new day. It's all happening here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But it's not just me. We need y'all to actually physically wake up now so you can help out our girl, because she's looking good, but wants to look even better.
Oh, that's absolutely right. Good morning, Raul. Good morning, Expresso fam. It's so great to be able to spend this Tuesday morning with you. And Raul's right. I do need your help, absolutely. From those cold morning commutes to just feeling cozy throughout this winter, we've got two options that we have to go for. Now, of course, I've got a simple outfit going right now, which could work, but I feel like green is my color. We're just having a moment right now, and green is also all about the money and new beginnings. So the first option over here is more of a relaxed look. So we've got a wonderful knit underneath this Melton jacket, and this of course is your green stripe. It is very classic, very French inspired as well. Pair that with a wonderful jacket and you have a bit of a chilled, cool girl, relaxed fit. Pair that with some cuffed denims and also some sneakers, and we definitely have a good thing going. Now, looking at option 2, this one is more of a contemporary look. We're going denim on denim, baby. I'm so here for a Canadian tuxedo, but this time around we're bringing in the stripes with this beautiful, beautiful shirt happening. Now, the stripes are, of course, going vertically, and usually when stripes go vertically, that means that we're slimming down the body just a little bit. Definitely something so incredibly flattering, and pairing it with a wonderful bag and then some also gorgeous sneakers, this time around with just a hint of pink to bring in the femininity, and we've got two great options. Which one will you go for? I know I've given you a really tough task, but I know that you are definitely capable. Is it going to be option 1 or option 2 that we're going for this morning? Whichever direction and road you choose, remember to use that hashtag styled by Woolies, and we've got to make sure we get this look, which is quite basic, onto one of these two options. We're either going option 1, which is a little bit more relaxed, or we're going option 2, which is more of a contemporary take on denim on denim. What's it going to be, Mzansi? I look forward to seeing you dress up this Barbie in just a little bit. All right, while you decide and decipher which look to go for, let's get this hour started with your national news headlines. Where Fly-Safair flights remain on a reduced schedule as a strike by pilots over wage demands continues to disrupt operations. Now, the airline, which handles 60% of domestic travel, cancelled several flights this week. Talks with Union Solidarity are set for tomorrow at the CCMA. Now, while over half the pilots return to work, disruptions do persist for up to 2 weeks. Now, the union, of course, is trying to resolve the dispute, leaving thousands of passengers stranded nationwide. In other news in the country, Agriculture Minister John Steenhuisen has called for the urgent regionalisation of South Africa's disease control framework amid rising foot and mouth disease outbreaks. Speaking at the FMD Ndaba near Pretoria, he warned that the current approach hampers international meat trade. Now, outbreaks in the Free State, Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal and Mpumalanga have led to movement restrictions and economic losses. Steenhuisen said the problem lies not in veterinary science, but institutional coordination and legal clarity, urging stakeholders to establish certified control zones aligned with global trade standards. Looking further afield at your international news-making headlines, Kenyan activist and photographer Boniface Mwangi has been released on bail after being charged with possession of tear gas canisters and a rifle round. Now, his arrest comes amid rising tensions over government crackdowns on dissent following the death of a political blogger in custody last month. Mwangi, a vocal critic of police brutality, denies any wrongdoing. Now, his supporters packed the courtroom, denouncing the charges. Rights groups warn the arrests signal a growing intolerance for opposition as demonstrations over corruption and cost of living continue across Kenya. Meanwhile, a 61-year-old man, Keith Jones McAllister, has died after a tragic accident involving an MRI machine at a medical center out in Long Island, New York. Now, he was wearing a heavy metal necklace when he entered the scanning room without authorization to assist his wife, Adrian, following her knee scan. The powerful magnetic field pulled him toward the machine, resulting in a fatal medical episode. Now, MRI rooms require strict safety measures, including the removal of metal objects. Authorities are now investigating as the incident highlights ongoing safety concerns. And to close up your 6 o'clock news, there's a Jurassic treat waiting in the Free State, and it won't cost a cent until the 30th of September. The brand new Godumodumo Dinosaur Interpretive Center at Golden Gate Highlands National Park has officially opened its doors, and entry is free for all visitors with a valid ID. Packed with fascinating fossils, ancient history and interactive displays, the centre blends science and storytelling to celebrate South Africa's rich prehistoric heritage. Now, it's a big win for nearby schools, students and local communities, and is set to be a key driver of local economic development, job creation and also tourism growth. And with more fun activities planned, the dino-themed gem is set to become a roaring success. Yet another thing to add to your bucket list with all the local gems in South Africa, and a great way to close off your 6 o'clock news. For now, though, let's get into the sporting highlights. Here's Raul giving you the latest.
I absolutely love that, Carissa, and we keep on with all the good stuff, and starting off with sporting news in the cricket world. Now, Mitchell Owen shone on debut with 50 of 27 balls and a key wicket as Australia beat the West Indies by 3 wickets in the first 2020 international in Jamaica. Now, chasing 190, Australia got over the line with 7 balls to spare, and Ben Duarces took 4 for 36, while Cameron Green blasted 51 in a powerful counter-attack after early wickets fell. Well, next up, we move to football news as the league starts to heat up, and much anticipated, Man United have signed Brentford star Brian Mbeumo on a deal until 2030, with an option for a further year. Now, the £65 million move, potentially rising to £71 million, comes after Mbeumo netted 20 goals last season. Now, the Cameroon international called the move to his dream club a no-brainer. He'll join United for their upcoming pre-season tour in the US. Well, we move to rugby next, and a lot is happening in the Springbok front, and especially when we're talking about rugby, but all the way to grassroots. Now, the Vodacom Bulls have named a youthful, talent-packed squad for this year's Currie Cup, and captained by Nama Klaba, as well as strengthened by 6 junior Springbok world champions. And key additions include Marvin Odi, Lizo Oboka, Junior Pokomalo, as well as Yaku van der Walt, adding valuable experience to the mix as the team gears up for a challenging campaign. Now, lastly, it's all about Harry Brook. Yeah, England's Harry Brook says his team won't always be nice as they prepare for the 4th test against India at Old Trafford. After a tense win at Lord's, England embraced a more aggressive approach, urged by coach Brendan McCullum to put pressure on India. Now, the series remains tight with much still to play for. Well, we'll dive into sport again in the next hour, but for now, though, I hope that we can help you when it comes to weather, because Carissa's got the latest.
Thank you so much, Raul. Let's touch base with your weather news, where the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 1 warning for severe thunderstorms in the northeastern parts of the Eastern Cape. Now, localized damage, small hail, light snow and disruptions are expected. Meanwhile, tensions are rising over plans to relocate Mthatha flood victims to Maydene Farm. The King Sabata Dilanyebo municipality wants to build nearly 200 shelters, but local residents oppose the move, citing crime concerns and the fact that they were not consulted in the matter. The mayor, Nyeso Nilani, assured residents that a comprehensive safety plan is being worked on currently. Well, let's make sure your mood is brightened on this Tuesday morning with the sunrise view of this hour. And representing Gqeberha is Roxy. Now, Roxy, let me tell you, this looks like a tropical island somewhere in the world. I can't believe that this is right on our doorstep. There really is nothing like a South African sunrise. I love how the sun is just suspended in the sky like a little nachi, making sure that it's made its way over that beautiful horizon. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful morning views with us, Roxy. And continue doing so, Mzansi, on 0630369649 as we delve into your temperatures for the first time.
Okay, now, Roxy, can I just say thank you? Wow, what an incredible shot, making it look like you're on the islands. And I know a lot of us would love to be there right now. And here's something we want to chat to you about. If you were on an island and you were maybe stuck with someone that you loved for a long time, how would you stay in love? And it's kind of like the question we're asking you this morning. Because as life changes, so does love, right? And this is something to our viewers who've been married for years. The question is, how have you kept the connection strong through life's highs and lows? Now, this is what we are wanting to find out. So come through with some pictures, some voice notes. And you can use the number 0630369649. Don't forget to use the hashtag Expresso Show. Now, I'm hoping to get some insights here so that we can all build on a beautiful, long relationship. And I think we could all do with a little bit of inspiration to help us get there. And speaking of inspiration, here's some inspiration to not go anywhere, because there's still a lot to look forward to right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
That is right, Raul. And let me tell you, Mzansi, I've got about T-minus 30 days before I say I do, all right? So I definitely want that coming through over here. But right now, let's focus on what's before us, and that is some coffee to be made. So Raul, come on in. I'm going to do you a favor. I think this is the first step to making sure that a couple is happy.
Yo, what is that?
Take care of your man, take care of your woman.
Yeah, I think if you get that right, Chris, your man's going to be absolutely ecstatic for years to come. So is this you practicing
this is
right
practicing.
now?
Allow me, please. And also, let me tell you what's coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yeah.
We're talking all things hepatitis when it comes to early signs, as well as some risks to look out for. And then, of course, green clearly is the color of the day. You're going to have to help me decide which of the two looks to go for. Are we going to be cool girl or something a little bit more contemporary today? Option 1 and option 2 is still on out there on Expresso Show. That's where you find us across the socials. And let us know exactly what we're getting into straight after this.
It's going to be good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Who says no to a cappuccino? Jacobs, wunderbar.
Shame Nikki Sammy said that these two, they bring the positive energy in this house. Oh.
Yes, can hear you. She's coming now. She's walking. Walk. Maybe can you move this camera for sister? She's gonna be here now. We're not doing.
Okay, for sorry, Nana.
Wait, where are we doing this? She's doing it here, right?
Zanzi for as little as R5 you can play Powerball for an estimated 84 million rand jackpot this Tuesday. Don't get left behind. Oh, is it this way? Okay.
More?
Sorry, my
She's good.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, what's happening? I'm Zanzi. Welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And I think you kind of get the gist of what Tuesday's all about. Giving you education that you need, and especially ahead of today, an important day. It's World Hepatitis Day. It's approaching, and I think it's vital to spotlight this silent killer that causes over 1.3 million deaths annually. This is more than malaria, TB, or HIV in Africa. So this is a lot bigger than we think. And in South Africa alone, more than 6,000 new infections occur daily, and around 600,000 people live with hepatitis C. So with approximately 2,000 deaths each year from viral hepatitis, it's clear that we need to pay attention. But yet awareness remains low, and fewer than 1 in 10 in Africa receive the actual proper care that they need. So with hepatitis often asymptomatic until serious liver disease or cancer develops, early detection and prevention is clearly key. So we got to bring in a superstar, and someone part of the family that can join us is Dr. Chanel Martinez, who's going to be all the way from Inno Health Medical Centers to unpack how we can protect ourselves and our loved ones, and especially ahead of something that we need to find out more about. So firstly, Doc, how are we doing this morning?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fantastic. You're looking amazing and ready to educate the nation. So let's start at the very beginning, right? Like, what exactly is hepatitis? Why is it called this silent killer?
So in the name, hepa refers to liver. Okay, so your liver.
Okay.
Itis usually refers to some type of inflammation. So it is inflammation of the liver. There are different causes for it. We're probably mostly focusing on viral hepatitis today because that is the most common type.
Okay.
But it's called a silent disease or silent killer because it can actually cause significant liver damage before it even shows any symptoms.
Oh, so you don't know until you know, and when you know,
it's the end.
Oof, okay,
Yeah.
I got you. And obviously with this being something that affects, we talk about nearly 5% of South Africans, how is this spreading? How are so many people being, would you call it infected or affected by it?
Yeah, so with viral hepatitis, there are 5 different types. So hepatitis A, B, C, D, and E.
I'm glad they made that simple for us to
yeah,
understand,
so we don't have to remember funny
Yeah.
names. But B specifically is actually one of the most commonly spread ones, and that's spread via sexual contact, so being sexually active with somebody who is positive. Blood products can share or transmit the disease, and then from mother to child. So mothers who are actually positive can actually affect their kids.
Wow.
Other types are like the fecal oral routes, like hepatitis A and E would be from infected food and things like that, but E is the most common one.
But that makes sense, because if you don't even know that you're affected by it, it's so easy to then transmit it. So obviously education is key, early detection, even more vital.
Definitely.
But this is something that is affecting South Africans, across the nation, right? With regards to the vaccination program and something called the Hep B3 infant dose, how effective is this in sort of managing this and treating the symptom, and what are some of the issues or gaps that still remain in this process of solving the problem?
So Hep B3 refers to the hepatitis B vaccine, and it's given in 3 doses. So in infants from birth, the second dose will be 6 weeks, and the third dose will be around 6 months. If given on proper scheduling, perfectly fully scheduled, if moms actually take their babies to be covered or vaccinated, there's a 95% efficacy rate. So it's actually quite effective if moms are actually taking their kids. So obviously moms need to know why they need to be taking their kids, and then taking them. And then also when moms are pregnant, they actually get tested for hepatitis B. So then they would also know if they've ever been infected by it, or if they could transmit it.
Is that something that's mandatory?
It's part of the antenatal bloods, but not everybody's going for the antenatal bloods. But it should be tested.
Okay. Well, if you're out there and you haven't been in this process, then hey, hang on, this is a red flag.
Yes.
So before we get into the second part of this conversation, because I'm glad that we have you here for longer, there's a lot that we need to unpack. Maybe we can just usher in this whole concept of how do we even know that we have it? Are there signs, symptoms that we might be at risk to it, just in case we've alarmed people at home and they're like, hey, hang on, I don't actually know.
I have hepatitis B.
Yeah, what should I be looking out for? Yeah.
The problem is that it's so silent, so the symptoms, you'll be asymptomatic, you won't know. But when you do notice things like pale stool, dark urine, jaundice, which is called yellowness in the eyes or the skin, when you notice, so your liver sits on the right upper side of your abdomen, so when there's pain over there, and then there are some non-specific symptoms like nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, fever. So just look out for those types of things and speak to your doctor.
All right, Paul, I think the most important thing is to pay attention to your body as well. So maybe have that conversation, open up that dialogue, and pay attention to what's really going on. Your body's clearly communicating, and hopefully you are listening. But we're going to keep listening right now, because there's something we're going to plug you in terms of filling up your pocket with the good stuff. And then this conversation carries on and assists you in the best way possible.
Good morning, Zanzi. Oh my goodness, finally we are here, baby. And we're coming to you live from the Samsung DQX Experience Center at Design Quarter in Johannesburg. And yes, we are here because we want to start off your day on the perfect note. And we're so glad you decided to join us. So no matter where you are, we say Goeiemorgen, Avsheni, Sanbonani, Molweni, Dumelang. And we're so glad that you're in the building as our morning family. Right about now, I hope you're ready for everything else that's still to come at you. But first, let me tell you about how you can be a winner. So, just for as little as 5 rand, Mzansi, you could possibly play Powerball for an estimated 84 million rand jackpot this Tuesday, and you could hit it lucky. This is why I'm saying don't get left behind. We 100% want you to be part of all of the winnings, and all you got to do is head on over to nationallottery.co.za to get yourself a nice ticket. Or let me give you a few other options, okay? You can use cell phone banking, you can use the mobile app, you can even go in store and buy it, or simply dial *120*7529# for USSD. All of these details are on Expresso show pages, so please head on over to social media in case you missed anything. But Panda push a play Powerball for an estimated 84 million rand jackpot this Tuesday, and like I said, you could hit it lucky. Now, what was I talking about when I said there's still so much more to do? Well, my friend, first and foremost, Dr. Chanel is going to be continuing to break things down for us in terms of hepatitis awareness. What more do we need to know? It's all going to be happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And then the beautiful Carissa, our Barbie this morning, she's going to be revealing her look. I can't wait to see what you chose, but we're going to take a short break. When we come back, it's a whole lot more of goodness right here on Expresso. Don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, Mzansi, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And if you were around earlier, things got incredible in terms of a conversation, in terms of highlighting what's important ahead of World Hepatitis Day. So we're back with Doc Chanel, and she's here to explore and help us explore the practical steps that South Africans can take, and everything from screening to treatment to staying ahead of hepatitis. And I think now's the time to get informed and take action, especially since I've been very alarmed by what we discovered earlier. The silent killer, it's not showing symptoms, and almost when you realize that it might be too late. But I think this is where this conversation comes into play, because we want to look at the treatments, what's available to the public out there, and with regards to private public health, are there different options? Can we access different things that are maybe more efficient in the process? What's going on in this world, Doc?
So the public sector is very overburdened
Yeah.
by lots of patients
I mean,
passing
the
away.
numbers speak for themselves, yeah.
I personally worked in the public sector, and I had a patient pass away with hepatitis B.
whoa.
Young boy, like 16 years old.
Is that the potential result of this? Death?
Could be.
Okay,
yeah,
wow,
yeah,
wow.
It can, because you get, so these mild symptoms, and then you get the liver cirrhosis, the fibrotic changes, liver failure, liver cancer, and then...
Yeah, okay, no, this is, yeah.
So it can progress to that. So that's why it is important that patients actually understand what's happening in their bodies and listen to their bodies. But in the public sector, yes, it's a little bit more difficult to just do a test and just go to them and say, can you please test me for hepatitis? Because it's so overburdened. Whereas in the private sector, where I am, so at Inner Health, we actually try to shift patients from reactive healthcare to preventative healthcare.
Love that.
So we're actually trying to make patients think, hold on, let me just maybe just go and check. I'm not showing any symptoms, but let me just do a blood test. So at our practices, we actually draw blood. So if a practice does draw blood drawing, patients can easily get their tests done.
Okay.
They obviously have to pay for it. It's obviously a bit more expensive to test, because you do Hep B, surface antigen, antibodies. So it's actually a little bit more expensive, but I think that it would be recommended.
But again, this is almost like an investment into yourself, because this might highlight a plethora of issues that you are not aware of.
Not aware.
And everything I've learned from all your conversations is that early detection is pretty much key with regards to anything we're dealing with, because it allows us to actually take action.
Yes. Yes.
Take action, how do we do that? Can we make lifestyle changes? Can we put precautions in place? I know we always had these rumors, and moms would always say, like, listen, be careful when you're getting tattoos and needles, people using syringes, I know using it for various medical reasons as well. Is this the case with hepatitis? Do we need to be precautious in these areas?
Yeah, so especially hepatitis B and C, which are the most common and the most transmittable. So that is transmitted via blood products.
Okay.
So definitely avoid using somebody else's needle, using somebody else's razor, like shavers. Those things, definitely avoid using someone else's, and always try and use a clean one on yourself. So, because it can be transmitted. You might not even know that, because the person, you don't even know if they're hepatitis B.
And even something, let me just ask, is like a lot of my gents, bro, we're getting like those super faders, no blader, like a tight fade on the side. The
I'm
blade?
hoping the blades are clean.
Probably want to make sure that that's clean as well.
New blades, yeah.
I know, boys, hey, check your barber, eh? Just make sure, make sure. So, we're talking about a couple things with regards to the range of different types of hepatitis, but there's also chronic hepatitis. Is it something that can be cured or managed, or is it just like, listen, unlucky, you got to deal with it?
Yeah. Hepatitis A and E usually become only acute. So acute means like it's just a few days, 2 weeks. Chronic is when it's after 6 months. So with B and C, yes, they can become chronic after 6 months. And then there are some antivirals that we can treat with. No, it depends how far along in the disease you are to say curable, but there is definitely treatment out there, and there are antivirals, thankfully, that we can use.
Okay, and I think for anybody that might be alarmed now and actually takes your advice and goes through the process of
checking,
doing the blood, doing the tests, it comes through positive. That's quite a difficult thing to process, to have to acknowledge, but what do you do from here? What would your best advice be?
So definitely we'll explain it to the patient. So we'll educate them. That's always the bottom line of everything. But then sometimes the treatment just needs rest and rehydration and IV fluids and just some bed rest. So sometimes patients need to get admitted to hospital, and that's when we would refer them to hospital or discuss with a specialist to actually have them admitted. With my patient, preparing for this, I kept thinking about him because he actually passed away on my call. but literally resting and IV fluids and the antivirals that we can use. So supportive treatment. Later in the disease, you can get like pruritus, which is called like itchiness. So we'll treat the symptoms. So we'll treat the pain, we'll treat the itchiness, we'll treat, all the things around the symptoms for the patient, yeah.
Yo, Doc, I had no idea this was as deep as it was, but thank you so much. That was absolutely incredible. And I think if you are wanting more information, Mzansi, definitely go get it. And you can get it at InnoHealth. They have an incredible team that's just there to offer you anything. We're talking about insights, testing, prevention, treatment, everything you need. You've got options. And hey, speaking of options, we placed an option to you, Mzansi, and that was with regards to what our girl Carissa was going to wear. And even the doc came through with the theme of the green. And that's what Carissa was trying to figure out. She had 2 green looks to choose through. It was a relaxed or contemporary. But before we even reveal how she's doing, let's see what the people had to say. Mzansi came through. Teresa Micah always coming through with the quotes. And she says, "Good morning, my beloved Feel Good Expresso fam. Option 2 will look absolutely stunning on our gorgeous fashion girly Carissa." I don't know if those are question marks or not. I think that's just a hashtag style by Woolies, yeah. And I absolutely love that, Teresa. Thank you so much. Next up, we got Natasha Levendal, who says, "I love the outfit. Number 2 is really great. The combination of the green and white striped poplin shirt with denim jacket and wide leg jeans is perfect for a casual day out. And the sneakers, they add a nice sporty touch. I really love the overall look." Hey, and it comes on thick and fast with more comments. We got Boychelo Modiko, who says, "Good morning, my favorites. Hashtag Expresso." Well done there. And family option number 2 for me, it's obviously a winner. And she says Carissa Cupido is going to look amazing. So hashtags coming through there all the way. And she's saying, "Have a great day, my favorite Expresso show family." Oh, thank you. Ismail Henry also says, "Good morning. Both look good, but option 2 for Carissa today, just stunning. Stunning is the word. Then I absolutely love it." So I think, Mzansi, you have come through. I've got to say thank you so much for the votes. We need to now check in on how good Carissa's actually looking. Caris, how are we feeling out there?
Oh, let me tell you, Mr. Rao, I'm feeling good, baby. Well done, Feel Good fam. You've done a fantastic job of choosing the look that I kind of wanted to go for. Maybe I'm just biased a little bit, but I love a denim on denim moment. Like I said, that Canadian tuxedo is always going to do it for me. And the fact that I get a bag to put all of my lip glosses in, I mean, we are here for it to the end. The sporty touch with the sneakers, like somebody had mentioned, is definitely a nice little casual look. They call it contemporary. I call it Carissa styled to the nines. So thank you so much for getting in touch using that hashtag styled by Woolies. And of course, you made sure that I would look good for the rest of the show. Stick with us until 9 o'clock and make sure that you look good as I do today. I think a Tuesday means that the both of us get to choose to be our best. Well done, well done.
You look good.
I feel like we
I love
are
it.
matching in a great way.
Yeah.
Green and blue is always going to go together, and I love a striped moment. I mean, come on. Am I allowed to hold this bag the whole show? Can
Just
I do
keep
it?
it clutch like
Thank
this.
you. Just like this. I'll do it.
Now, listen, we're going to do even more than just making everybody look good out here. We're going to make us feel good. And that's why Delucia Daniels is going to come through and hopefully show us a little dipping moment with Oma. You don't get spicy. You know the conversation's good. So you want to stick around for that. And then, hey, the chill is still real out here.
Absolutely.
Winter is happening. We're going to give you a reason to keep warm. And hopefully a lot of people that need to keep warm this winter, especially those in need. And yes, we are coming through and serving. So Zanzi, don't go anywhere. A lot to look forward to, especially this look for the rest of the day. Thank you. Y'all did a good thing. I love it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. For thousands across South Africa, winter isn't just cold, it is dangerous. And that's why this Christmas in July, we're highlighting the extraordinary work of the Mustadafin Foundation. From nutrition to healthcare, education to disaster relief, this grassroots organization has been restoring dignity and saving lives since 1986. So joining us in the couch right now is their director, the beautiful Kharonisa Johnson Kasim, to share how Mustadafin continues to be part of a source of hope no matter the season. Welcome and thank you so much for being here.
Morning. Well, thank you for having us on Expresso.
Of course. You guys have been doing incredible work. I mean, nearly 40 years in the game, like I mentioned earlier, just offering hope and making sure that that resilience is definitely part of people's lives. So for those who don't know, tell us a little bit more about the story that got you to where you are today.
Well, Mustadafin Foundation was established in the 80s, particularly in 1986 with the Crossroads violence. And there was a group of people, young, not so young, seniors, doctors, lawyers, students. I was still a student at that point in time.
Wow.
And we just went out to assist the community in order to make sure that there's warm food, there's clothing, there's blankets. And from there, the organization transformed into what we are today. It was activism from a political but also from a social perspective, because it was our duty to see to those who came from the urban, rural areas. And that is how the organization grew, where we now have 5 core functions, initially concentrating on the women and children because those were affected more. But then finalizing that even though we work with women and children, the situation hasn't changed. So we worked with families. And in 1992, we formatted with the 5 core functions of the organization, where we now are under education, poverty alleviation, community development, healthcare, and disaster relief. So we partner with the city to do our disaster relief. And that's probably part of our most active work that we also do.
That you do. That is incredible
This time of the
work.
year.
Yes, of course. I mean, winter is brutal. Many people, you know, exactly. We hear shivering, and many people don't even have the luxury of shelter, of extra clothing, of warm clothing at that as well. But I know that you serve over 15,000 people daily, which is absolutely incredible work. And there's just something about putting hope into action and making sure that your activism does impact people's lives. So what has been the result of this? What sort of impact are you seeing on the ground?
Well, we don't feed 15,000, we actually feed 27,900
Come on,
people.
that is
so
incredible.
it's not just locally, but as far as Eastern Cape as
Wow.
well. Well, the need is great and it changes all the time. And what we found out that even though we feed, we also do education. So we feed the mind and feed the belly. But it's been an experience to see how many of our community people actually don't have food on the table, that are struggling. And people who are working, that generally are working, but they are not able to see to their needs, basic needs in the sense of a meal. And Mustadafin comes in there where we actually support our communities. In particular, like you'll find our women scuttling there for domestic work, for any form of work. And they have to pay rent, they have to pay water, they have to pay electricity. And that warm meal, like now, we've been feeding in the morning at the Sasa queue for people. And you want to just thank you for being there for that meal, to keeping us warm. And then you actually have children who go to school without a meal.
Wow.
And I mean, that's always being said in the sense of what we do. But this has actually been something that the organization has been doing for almost 40 years by providing a meal, sometimes twice for those affected and infected, for those with cancer patients to make sure they have their tablets. Like we have a lot of things on prevention. Prevention is better than cure.
Absolutely.
But our feeding and particularly have made a lot of people, and like our volunteers that has been the Men for Change. I mean, if I look at them, they say this is the fact that when they went out to feed, impacted them in their lives to realize that they have a plate of food, but there's people who don't have anything. So we've seen a lot of changes within our community. the fact that meals has been served with dignity and pride. And that has given people hope to say that there are people who care. These people who loves us enough to make sure that we actually do have a meal.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's just enough to feel seen, you know, to make sure that people acknowledge your presence and see you as a human being. And it speaks to that Ubuntu element in South Africa. I am because you are. I mean, we are made for communities. We're made for as social beings for each other.
I think that's probably the one thing that Western Cape has, is the fact that we have NGOs out there 24/7 at times. And Mustadafin is one of those who actually are there to serve. I always tell a team, if we will not be able to have employment, if we are not there to serve the community that we are working with.
Can I just say thank you for the wonderful work you do every single day, and also congratulations to Mustadafin coming on to 40 years doing this and serving the people, serving South Africa, and we wish you a beautiful 40 plus more years going forward. So thank you so much for sharing and joining us today.
No, thank you for having us and giving us the opportunity to share the work that we do. And we hope that we can do more, but that is only because we get the support of the community that we are able to do what we do best.
How can people support you very quickly before we
Well, we would need your support in a sense, particularly right now, we're actually looking for baby clothing.
Okay.
We're looking for people to support us more with food, but we need funding, you know, to make things happen. We need a vehicle. We need a 4x4, particularly now with the floods and what's happening in our community. So if there's anyone out there to assist the community, visit us on www.mustadafin.org.za. Mustadafin has a saying, if every man helps his neighbor, then who will need help? So, yeah, we're asking our neighbors.
Yes, neighbors, we're calling on you. If everybody just helps their neighbors, there would be nothing left to do. So make sure that you do your part. There you have it, Mzansi. Warm bodies, warm hearts, through care, action, and of course support. So thank you so much to Khalanisa and the Mustadafin team for reminding us that dignity is the greatest gift that we've got to give. And don't forget to speak to your pharmacists about the Adcock Ingram Winter Survival Pack to make sure that you get through this very bitterly cold season and stand a chance to win 2,000 Rand. All you have to do to get into that is tell us how Be Prepared 365.co.za has helped you and your family stay healthy this winter, and use that hashtag AdcockOTCWinter. Now, this competition does close this Sunday, and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. But make sure while you're on your internet to also visit BePrepared365.co.za for more winter wellness tips. Thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you.
Wow, okay, absolutely loving the conversations happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and grateful for people that are using their energy to create impact. For now, let's take a little bit of a breather and wind things down, because this is a nice moment to talk about our family, the ones we love so most. Well, most of the time, I think, but let's be honest, even the people closest to us can push all the right buttons, and sometimes the other buttons too. But whether it's the non-stop questions, the loud opinions, or that one cousin who always wants to debate sometimes, you've just got to take a moment, breathe, and dip out with Oma. And I think that's literally what this conversation is about. We asked you this question this week. We asked you, how do you dip out with Oma when family time gets a little too much and you need to step back, reset, and remind yourself why you actually love them? Now, we wanted you to share your answers on our Expresso socials, and we wanted you to use the hashtag dip out with Oma. And that meant that you could be winning 2,000 Rand in cash and an Oma Rusks hamper packed with your faves. So this is kind of like me just reminding you about how cool that was. But whether it's sneaking away for a solo coffee and a Rusk moment, or hiding in the laundry with your snacks, or maybe faking one of those work calls, just to reset, we want to know about those funny, relatable dip out stories. And that's why Delucia's here. So officially, good morning. How are we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. I love the colors, giving vibrance. And you caught the theme of the day as well, green and blue.
I did. You and I are kind of matching as well, which I really love. So I'm so happy to be here with you.
Yeah, well played.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So can you reveal some secrets for me while we are in the moment? And hey, let me not forget.
Thank you.
This has got to be an official moment. So let's do our dipping cheers. I think this is you dip and then you cheers.
Oh, I love
this. Is like a whole
This is our new family tradition that we're bringing home.
Yes, it's official.
So,
all right, nice.
When I think about dipping out of family situations, I think as you get older, you kind of realize like you need to preserve your peace. And I think even with family, like I love you, but also sometimes you're a bit much. Because I've also been on the receiving end of a lot of like backhanded comments. I mean, I'm sure you've had that
The
with
honest
your family.
skinner. That's
Oh
what I
my
call it.
word.
Yeah.
And you can't stop it because it's like, okay, cool. People, as you get older, also you notice like your parents, your uncles, your aunts they
uncles,
say
yeah.
things like, oh, you've gotten a bit fat now. Like, yes, I'm happy. I'm eating. I'm hungry.
I'm
I need
healthy.
it.
Yeah.
Like, compared to how I looked in high school, I think I'm doing much better now. Thanks, Mom.
Brutally honest, and just for the record, you're looking incredible.
Thank you.
I think it's especially, do you have like a cultural family where there's like just cousins and numbers and uncles and aunts and like...
I lost count of the amount of cousins I have because I meet new ones like every few months, to be honest with you.
Trying to get their names?
Oh my word.
I feel you.
Multiple family group chats all the time and they're all on mute at the moment.
But it gets a lot, right? It gets so overwhelming, like especially those family events when it's a vibe and you love being there because you love sharing this moment, but it's like stimulation overload, eh? So how do you sneak out of it? How do you dip out?
Thankfully, I love my cousins a lot, and we're all similar in age. I'm the youngest out of like a billion.
Okay.
So for me, it's always about, okay, cool, we see the elders. They are sitting at one table, minding their own business.
Yes.
And we will always sneak away. You know, we those cousins, let's go for a walk. So we'll go for a walk, spend some time in the neighborhood, just making sure that we are all together. That for me brings me a much more peace than sitting around and having like these vacuous conversations and having people constantly be honest with you. Because I think honesty is fine, but there's a limit to that honesty where you have to set a boundary to realize, okay, cool, well, I don't really want to be a part of this conversation where you're tearing me down all the time. I do it to myself enough.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you're around the cousins that you like, your siblings especially, I have great siblings, I feel like that for me just keeps me grounded.
That's so true. I think my friends and my family definitely do that, especially when you go through all these front-end things and they must think, oh, you're like a media personality, you're like a superstar.
Meanwhile, I'm like, I want to be in sweats all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel you there. And also for me, the fact that I think your cousins really do allow you to be grounded because they resonate with you. Our family are coming from a place of love. That honesty, which sometimes is misguided and it become a negative impression on you, but fam, we love you. Just understand that the next time we go for a walk with the cousins, we need to just breathe. We're having a dip out moment, and I think we could all understand that.
We're all
Lucia,
here for some inner peace, let's be honest.
Inner peace, finding our zen, and maybe a dip out moment is exactly that. So just a reminder, beyond the cool conversation that I'm having with Lucia right now, we want you to get involved in this competition, and we want you to get your entries in before Monday, the 28th of July. That's literally next week. So your T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com. And with that, I think it's an opportunity to dip out, take a breath, and win big. Good luck, get involved. And hey, one more thing, as a reminder, if you haven't tried it out yet, don't forget to look out for Omar's limited edition hot cross bun flavor. It's nostalgic. I think it's the perfect dip when your family's being a little extra. You know what I'm talking about. That was beautiful, nice.
Dip out with Omar this winter. Tasty, filling, and oh so satisfying. The ultimate winter snack.
Zansi, the morning so far, absolutely beautiful. The morning that's still to come, even more beautiful, which is why you need to stick around because we've still got such a delicious menu on the way. And what exactly will we be serving you? Well, my friend, coming up, Tadusha Daniels is going to be helping us break down all things entertainment news. And trust me, you need to know what's going on because the trends are trending, okay? And we're here to keep you up to date. But then we also need to always put a spotlight on absolute superstars. And this morning, Kutlwano Yika, a beautiful street busker, is here to show us exactly what it means to make your dreams come true. From busking to being on big stages and doing a whole lot more. We're here to find out what his new single is all about, and we cannot wait. I know you need to hear the story, but first, let's take a short break and we'll see you after this.
This winter, staying healthy is just a click away with BePrepared365.co.za, your go-to platform for trusted medical advice and helpful health tips. While taking charge of your wellness, ask your pharmacist about the Adcock Ingram OTC Winter Survival Pack, including Corenza Paracy, Medikil, Exvigen, and Adco Napamol. Stand a chance of winning weekly cash prizes by replying to the competition question on Expresso's social media pages with hashtag AdcockOTCWinter. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, Mzansi. You're still right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And this morning, you're about to feel all kinds of good because my friend Kutlwano's finest is in the building. I'm talking about Kutlwano Yika, who has been known for his street busking. And of course, we all know about those well-known musicians who started out covering other artists' songs. But this morning, Kutlwano is here to let us in on the fact that he's going to be releasing music. And we are so excited to celebrate with him. So let's give this king who took it from the streets to weddings, to big stages, to even anniversaries and more. We're here to welcome him in the best way possible. Let's give it to him, everybody. My Kutlwano, all righty?
I'm feeling good.
That's good.
Yeah.
You look so smart. You look ready for this new single, hey?
Yeah, that's just pushing the brand, so people need to take me seriously. I think my look is very important for that, so yeah.
I love that. Well, you look amazing, and I'm so excited for you, Kutlwano. But I always say, let's take it to the beginning, because of course there was a time when you fell in love with music that got you to where you are now. Talk to us about, from the age of 6, what were some of your biggest influences when it came to music, and who even made you fall in love with music?
Well, Michael Jackson was the biggest entertainer out there. And I was just glad that my father, it happened that he was one of the imitators of Michael Jackson.
Really?
So, yeah, he was basically doing entertainment for a big artist like Michael Jackson. And I just fell into music that way, never knowing that. But I guess when you're born for something, it will show up as time goes.
That's beautiful. And I love that you believe that, because I believe that too, 100%. If something's meant for you, it'll find you along the way. You just got to keep going. But this is the thing about you, is that you've been going for a while now. Talk to us about street busking. How long have you been doing it? And, you know, what even made you feel like this is exactly what I wanted to do?
Well, I started in 2021, thanks to COVID.
Oh, really?
It really forced me to, you know, look at life differently. And I had to drop out of my varsity degree in my last year of study.
Are you serious? What were you studying?
So I was doing econometrics in UJ.
Oh, my goodness.
And I just fell in love with a certain busker in the UK and the United Kingdom, and I just wanted to have that here in South Africa. Sadly, I just found out that the busking culture is not as big as I thought it would be. But then I was like, you know, without pioneering something, you're never gonna really enjoy the success of your life. So I decided to take it out there in the streets, and I started at the malls, and to my surprise, they told me because it's COVID, I can't do malls and shopping centers. Then I decided to own the stage on the streets. To my surprise, you know, Johannesburg has been supportive. And yeah, I'm just looking at the world now.
I love that. And that's the thing about the concrete jungle, Johannesburg. The possibilities are endless. But talk to me about what it is exactly that you love most about busking. Because just like you say, you know, to your surprise, there were so many things that you found where you were like, I never expected this. What's been the most heartwarming thing, the most special thing that just made it worth it?
Well, seeing people cry, seeing people smile, seeing people, obviously with music, it's subjective, whether you're talented or not. I think that's one of the issues that pushes people away from music. They just want people to validate whatever that they're doing. I mean, you have to put in your 10,000 hours and be your own judge, but then you let the audience decide on you, right? So even now, I'm pushing a brand and my reputation just to show people where I'm going. But I'm just glad that there are also some people who are a bit critical of my performing and things like that, keep me grounded and just looking to improve all the time.
I love that. And you keep leveling up, Kutlwano, because, you know, from starting to busk in 2021 to 2022 and 2023, being on the South African Social Media Awards stage, how did that opportunity come about?
I think the story of busking is what sells my story. It just sells my brand all the time. People like that. It's like entrepreneurship is such a big thing in South Africa, given the unemployment that we're facing, you know. So someone seeing someone doing something for themselves, it just brings out a different, you know, emotion. And so obviously people can tell you about getting exposure, but I think there's no bigger exposure than being on the streets in the biggest city in Africa.
That's such a beautiful way to look at it. Yes. That's incredible. And Kutlwano, I mean, I feel like, you know, when the time comes for different stages of your career to kind of take form, you can feel it. You just understand, which is why now you're sitting here and you're going, I'm going to release my own music. I've been covering other people's music for a while. let's get into that, because I'm also just like, what direction are you going to take it in? You know, what can we expect from Kutlwano Yika?
Well, firstly, I want to have a nice body of work. I've been covering different music, different genres of music, and I've seen how people react to that. But obviously, with understanding business, I've gotten, you know, like Dr. Sipostole, who actually mentored me and just encouraged me to look at music differently. Like I obviously want to have my music out there, but it's important to have timeless message on my music. And so I'm just selling myself out there to all the talented producers who want to work with me to do that, because I want to open the next year with a banger, basically.
Come on, award-winning album. I see it. You've been performing on award stages. Now it's time for you to win the awards. Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. But let's talk about this, Kutlwano, because I feel like, you know, when we sit here, just like you're saying, you want to open the year with a really big banger. What exactly are your music goals as well? You know, where do you see yourself? Do you want to go to the UK and be where the busker that, you know, inspired you is and everything?
True. I just want to change the perception of basking in South Africa. It's very lovely to be overseas, but then you have to build it at home.
Come on.
Just start an industry, you know. This is a career for me. You know, people they feel like, okay, it's not financially viable to do music. I'm never broke, because I know this is my 9 to 5 essentially.
Come on.
But what's really selling me is the fact that I've been able to collaborate with other musicians. I'm working with Alvin Botha, Mr. Keys, they call him. He plays guitar, he plays piano, something that I can't have, but I have to upskill myself and to give, you know, my clients a much more textured performance, you know, whenever they get to book me. And sadly, ever since I linked up with him, I never looked back. I was like, this has just elevated my live performances. And so with Alvin Botha, you can book us and you get the best, you know.
In the business.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. I love that, Kutlwano. That is so beautiful. And Kutlwano, you know, for me as well, I'm someone who also dropped out of ecos in third year. There's something about that economics thing. It's a little bit economical. That's the problem. However, what would you say is the biggest thing that it taught you, especially going from being a part of that degree to then going and having to, you know, be street smart more than anything else?
Being a critical thinker, being very truthful, because you have to fact check everything that you get to say. Being very efficient with your costs, understanding business and different industries. I think I wouldn't have tapped into music if I thought I could not even make money from it.
Beautiful.
So I think economics did a lot.
High five, my fellow almost equals.
You can say that.
Yeah, Kutlwano, congratulations. You've done so well for yourself, and I'm so excited to continue seeing you grow. And yes, maybe I'll also start basking.
For sure.
Happy birthday. I'll sing for you, don't worry. All right. Listen, family, he's not going anywhere. Kutlwano Yika, he is the future of not just basking in this country, but of music, because truly he's so talented, and he's going to prove it to you in a little bit. It's all going to be happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, where he's going to be performing for us, not once, but twice. But first, let's get up to date with what's happening about in the world. Here's the beautiful Carissa with the news headlines.
Thank you so much, Zanele. We can't wait to bask in the beautiful presence of course, Kutlwano, happening a little bit later. But now, though, let's get into your national news headlines, where President Cyril Ramaphosa has dismissed Higher Education Minister Nobuhle Nkabane following the controversy over SETA board appointments. Now, Deputy Minister Buti Manamela has been promoted to minister, with Dr. Nomusa Dube stepping in as deputy. Nkabane faced intense criticism for misleading Parliament and withholding the names of an advisory panel linked to politically connected appointees. Her removal comes amid pressure from civil society and opposition parties, who accuse her of secrecy and undermining accountability in South Africa's key skills development sector. In other news in the country, FlySafair flights remain on a reduced schedule as a strike by pilots over wage demands continues to disrupt operations. The airline, which handles 60% of domestic travel, cancelled several flights this week. Now, talks with Union Solidarity are set for tomorrow at the CCMA. While over half the pilots have returned to work, disruptions may persist for up to the next 2 weeks. The union accuses FlySafair of lacking urgency in resolving the dispute, leaving thousands of passengers stranded nationwide. In your international news making headlines, 25 nations, including the UK, Japan, and France, have called for an immediate end to the war in Gaza and have criticized Israel's model for delivering aid. Now, over 800 Palestinians have died while trying to access supplies, many near centers linked to Israeli and US support. In the latest incident, 67 were shot while waiting for UN aid trucks on Sunday. The foreign ministers said the model causes chaos and strips Gazans of dignity. Now, Gaza's health ministry reports growing starvation deaths amid the crisis. Meanwhile, in news on the continent, Kenyan activist Boniface Mwangi has been released on bail after being charged with possession of tear gas canisters and a rifle round. Now, his arrest comes amid rising tensions over government crackdowns on dissent, following the death of a political blogger in custody last month. Mwangi, a vocal critic of police brutality, denies any wrongdoing. Now, his supporters packed the courtroom, denouncing the charges. Rights groups warn the arrests signal a growing intolerance for opposition as demonstrations over corruption and cost of living continue across Kenya. Now let's close your 7 o'clock news with a feel-good story at a chimp sanctuary out in Zambia, where leafy new fashion craze has taken hold. Chimps are stylishly dangling blades of grass and twigs from their ears. It all began in 2010 when one bold female at Chimfunshi Wildlife Orphanage Trust started accessorizing, sparkling a trend in her group. Years later, chimps 15 kilometers away picked up the same quirky habit. Now, despite never meeting the original trendsetters, that's a really interesting story. The common link, though, a twig-using caregiver shared by both groups. Now, researchers believe this curious style choice reveals how chimps observe, copy and pass on behaviors, just like humans do. It's charming proof that even primates can't resist fashion trends. Monkey see, monkey do. Absolutely love the way we close off that story, and I hope that brought a smile to your face. For now, though, let's get into the sporting highlights. Raul's got the latest.
Oh, what a crazy story. The evolution has begun. We might have some cousins roaming around in distant times. But for now, though, let's evolve into all things sport. And we're starting off with cricket. Now, Mitchell Owen shone on debut with 50 of 27 balls and a key wicket as Australia beat the West Indies by 3 wickets in the first 2020 international in Jamaica. Now, chasing 190 runs, Australia got over the line with 7 balls to spare. And Ben Dwarshuis took 4 for 36, while Cameron Green blasted 51 runs in a powerful counter-attack after early wickets fell. Next up, it gets exciting when we talk about football because the Premier League is, it's definitely heating up and getting exciting because Manchester United have also signed Brentford star Bryan Mbeumo on a deal until 2030, and that's with an option for a further year. Now, the £65 million move, potentially raising to £71 million, comes after Mbeumo netted 20 goals last season. Now, the Cameroon international called the move to his dream club a no-brainer. Now, he'll join United for their upcoming pre-season tour and is taking place in the United States. Well, from football, we move to rugby and loving the additions that are happening right now because the Vodacom Bulls have named a youthful, talent-packed squad for this year's Currie Cup, captained by Nama Xaba and strengthened by 6 junior Springbok world champions. Now, key additions include Marvin Odi, Lizo Oboka, as well as Junior Pokomela, and also Jaco van der Walt. And that's adding valuable experience to the mix as the team gears up for a challenging campaign ahead. Well, next up, Harry Brook is in the spotlight, and that's England's Harry Brook, who says his team won't always be nice as they prepare for the 4th test against India at Old Trafford. Now, after a tense win at Lord's, England embraced a more aggressive approach, urged by coach Brendan McCullum to put pressure on India. Now, the series remains tight with much still to play for. Well, we'll be sure to bring you the latest when it comes to all the sporting action. But for now, I think many of you are heading out of the roads, and Carissa hopefully has the latest.
Thank you so much, Raul. Your traffic is coming to you hot and ready. Out in Gauteng in the N3 Eastern Bypass, congestion on the N3 northbound at Geldenhuys interchange. There's a stationary vehicle on the N1 southbound after Rigel Avenue, and the shoulder is closed. Now, protests in Tembisa are ongoing, where service delivery protests have blocked roads inside Tembisa Township, and there are warnings that nearby major roads, especially sections of the R21, could be affected if unrest does continue. Well, let's look over to the Western Cape, where the N1 corridor through Cape Town continues with typical peak hour conditions. Now, no reported roadworks of accidents are reported along the route. Sydney and Cape Town in Salaris Pass and the Huguenot Tunnel on the N2, N1, they are active but stable. Now, these holiday routes see some heavy use, mainly during long weekends, and are currently flowing well. Well, let's move over to KwaZulu-Natal and touch down in Durban, where the M4 corridor through Durban is functioning with no major incidents. Previous flood repairs are complete, which is some good news. And ending off in Mount Edgecombe Interchange, which operates normally post-upgrade with no congestion reported. Well, that's where we leave your traffic. Let's see what's happening in your weather. In your weather news this morning, the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 1 warning for severe thunderstorms in the northeastern parts of the Eastern Cape. Now, localized damage, small hail, light snow and disruptions are expected. Meanwhile, tensions are rising over plans to relocate Mthatha flood victims to Maydene Farm. Now, the King Sabata Dilanyebo municipality wants to build nearly 200 shelters, but local residents oppose the move, citing crime concerns and the fact that they were not consulted on the matter. The mayor, Nyaniso Nelani, assured residents that a comprehensive safety plan is currently being worked on. And that leads us right into your sunrise view of this hour. Previously, we touched down in GQ. Right now, it's Karika's turn to have their time in the sun, and Mersha made sure to do you well and justice. A beautiful image coming on through. Thank you so much, Mersha, for understanding the assignment and making sure that that dawn breaking was definitely seen by the rest of the nation. 18 degrees is where you can find yourself today out in Karika, and we wish you a beautiful and blessed day. For now, though, let's touch down with your temperatures for this Tuesday.
So a few minutes ago, we finished off the news that are around the world that are very, very serious, right? But then we also always balance it out with the entertainment news. And this is why my friend Talusha Daniels is going to be in the building, helping us to break things down. So to make sure you do not go anywhere. We're still continuing in that realm. And then we're also going to be doing the things that need to be done with Kutlwano Yika. I promised you, from busking to big stages, we're about to be enthralled by this beautiful talent that is going to be releasing his very own music soon. But first, he's going to be doing a beautiful cover of Lionel Richie just for you, Mzansi. So make sure you do not go anywhere. We're going to go into a little bit of an ad break. When we come back, all of that and a whole lot more right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is true, it's your feel-good breakfast show right here, Expresso on S3. Now, we brought somebody very special on the couch. Between you and I, she's one of my favorite people in the world. She's got her finger firmly on the pulse of South Africa's entertainment scene. Award-winning radio producer and no stranger to our couch. It is Miss Delucia Daniels who joins us as we get into the latest in local and international entertainment news. I can't do that without an applause. So please can we give a round of applause for Delucia Daniels? Come on, Delucia. Welcome back. I mean, I know you've been here, but I haven't seen you.
Yes.
You chatted to Raul. Now it's my turn.
No, I'm sharing you guys, actually.
I appreciate that. As long as I get more of you, we will be okay. All right, let's get into entertainment news, local news. One of my favorite couples, but let's focus on the man for now. Musa Mtombeni. Of course, we know him from our screens. We loved him since he was on the child program back in the days to where he is right now. And right now, he celebrated another milestone. I've been seeing it all over my feed.
Yeah.
The beloved South African TV personality, but most importantly, medical doctor. He serves the people. He officially graduated with a Master in Medicine in Diagnostic Radiology from Wits.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what can't Musa do?
I was going to say, like, he has time to love his wife wholeheartedly. He has time to spend time with his mom, who was at the graduation ceremony. And he's just doing things that, you know what, this is one of those people who does not stop learning.
Yeah.
And if that's anything that you need to know, it's just keep going all the time because he is thriving.
And the thing is, you'd think that he spends most of his time on his phone just posting missing images about his wife because he misses her that much. And we understand we're all in love with Liesl just a little bit. But he's actually working, grinding.
Yeah.
He's got a job.
He's got a real job.
He's got a real job.
That helps people. And we are here.
We help people, Delucia. He said he's also celebrated a wonderful milestone in his marriage.
Yeah.
He says 42 months of marriage.
It's like counting in baby
That's
years.
What?
Do you know what? It's almost 2 years.
Okay.
Almost. But I also feel like with the two of them, I've loved watching them grow together.
Yeah.
Because I feel like both of them have really been like very strong in their careers. And the fact that he's still willing to go and study, do more, literally improve himself is amazing. And I feel like that's testament to what a relationship's supposed to be. We grow together, but also individually.
Agreed. Because we become one, but we don't become one person.
Yeah, no.
We still are our individual human beings.
We all have to be separate.
We do. Actually, to maintain this relationship, we should be separate. I absolutely love that. Also, I love a man that provides for his family, okay?
Amen.
So keep doing that, Musa. We love to see it, and congratulations once again. And then more congratulations are due because the man of Amapiano himself, Mr. Kabza de Small, has blessed us with some new music. That highly anticipated album is called Bab Morta. I can't wait to listen to it on repeat in summer in particular. But he announced on Mandela Day that he's going to give it to us.
Right. And how fitting was it, though? Because I feel like he was someone who really did revolutionize the Amapiano scene in South Africa. That's kind of like where we got our big summer hits as well. So I feel like this is really fitting because we're going to build up into spring, into summer. And once that December hits, bro, we are partying.
I like the way he's thought about this. He's like, okay, I know it's winter. I know you're cold. You're just dancing in your room, dancing in your car with the heater up. But you're familiarizing yourself with the songs.
Absolutely.
So come club times, when we're in the streets, come December, because you know it's a culture in South Africa.
Of course.
We're going to be singing at the top of our lungs to every Kabza song.
And also the thing is, what I loved about it was the fact that he was able to kind of merge, you know, giving back 67 minutes with Mandela Day and then release the album. I thought it was so fitting to do that because music is really a gift that keeps on giving. And I feel like he's given us so much. So we can appreciate that. And I know you love Amapiano and like I know you love new music. So I feel like this is really nice for us to really get our groove on.
Oh my gosh, and I've been getting my groove on. I said thank you. Nelson Mandela says thank you. We all say thank you. Of course, he painted that wall and mural alongside Mlindo, the vocalist, and that was really exciting. I'm like, yes, more artists, more musicians that we love get together to do good. We did touch down on Miss South Africa, previous one a little bit earlier when it comes to Liesl Laurie. What's happening with Miss South Africa?
Do you know, this has been such an interesting case study because I feel like there's been a lot of different dominoes that have fallen and we haven't picked them up. So we had Stephanie leaving, the CEO of the organization. That was a big one that dropped a couple of weeks ago. But earlier on, we had Werner Vassels. He was the one who was the creative director. And I was like, he left. So that was quite interesting to see how things have just kind of...
what's going on?
There's been a lack of transparency. Ooh. We also lost the supranational license. Miss World has obviously gone a few years ago. So it's kind of like, what is actually happening with the Miss SA organization, because I would love to be a fly on the wall to kind of figure out what's happening leadership-wise, but also what's happening with the girls, because this is supposed to be this empowering platform for girls to do great work, but there feels like there's so many other political issues that are going on internally. So,
and it feels like it's taking away from the moment that should be. I mean, we've seen so many Miss South Africas come through the ringer and do incredible work. I mean, not too long ago we had Shudu on our couch, and all of us were just like, we're not doing enough.
Yeah.
We're not doing enough. She is an outstanding human being, serving her nation and also the world, essentially. So I would love for another girl to get this opportunity.
Me as well. I think Mia is doing such a great job at the moment as the reigning Miss South Africa. She has some more months now to carry on her reign. I think she's done amazing things for the deaf community as well. So I would hope that whatever is going on, well, like you said, it won't take away from what's happening, but hopefully in a few months' time we'll get some more clear image of what's happening.
Yes,
because it feels messy.
Otherwise, just turn it into a reality series. We will all tune in and we will all watch to see the messiness that goes on down. But we do want to see. Apparently, they announced plans to rebrand the pageant, expanding its focus on things including like entrepreneurship, job creation, cultural awareness, social cohesion. But of course, for now, we just know that Miss SA has been postponed. But I love the silver lining you mentioned. Mia gets to reign a little bit longer.
I know, right? So at least she's winning in that department. We get to see her do so many things. She just got engaged as well. So
it's very cute engagement
for
too.
now, we will follow her journey while we wait for more news.
And we hope maybe a wedding will happen and you'll be back on our couch, Mia. Bring the dog when you do as well. Obsessed with the entire family. For now, that's where we leave your local news. Are you going to be here for entertainment internationally?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, girl, I know you got us. All right, we'll be back with Delucia in just a little bit. For now, though, let's head over to Raul to see what's going on.
What's going on? Much more of the good stuff, and I love that, Delucia. Thank you so much. We're going to dive into round 2 and make it international. But for now, let's bring a healthy conversation through. And I know they say we grow through what we go through, and I think love is no exception. So I think this is a perfect opportunity to grab your favorite cup of Jacobs and join us for a cup of wisdom, a heart-to-heart on how we love, grow, and keep choosing each other through life's ever-shifting seasons. So I'm going to do just that. Now I think you get the gist of what's about to go down. We are changing the pace and bringing something insightful to the forefront. And this morning's brew, we're talking thoughtful, grounding, and full of flavor. Just like today's conversation, we're going to be sipping on the Jacobs Ground range. So I must say I absolutely love this. And the fact that we have Mimi here with us, it gets me even more excited. How are you doing this morning?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, and a perfect time to have a sip. But before we do have this conversation, a worthy cheers to this moment. I got to say, this is something that I'm very excited about. We are here with Mimi, who is a relationship and family counselor. She's here to unpack how personal growth impacts the way we love. Before we do, though, I've got to say the flavor on this is incredible. Not too much, not too little, just in the middle. This is perfect for those faulty coffee lovers, I think. They're going to absolutely enjoy this just like I am, and hopefully also enjoy this conversation. Now, we've spoken about the cup. It's well balanced. It's neither bold nor too light. Again, like I mentioned, ideal for filter coffee lovers. But let's get into the conversation here, Mimi, because we're talking about important conversation. We're all evolving, hopefully. Some of us are growing in certain ways. Some of us are also retracting and going backwards, but we're constantly moving. And that can also affect our relationships, right?
Yes.
And this is the conversation I want to have with you. How does this shift draw us to wanting different things in our relationship or requiring something else? And how do we be honest with that?
Yes, it's very interesting. Growth is part of life, unfortunately.
We must welcome it, right?
Yes. Not all of us like it,
No.
but we grow in different ways. We grow physically, some of us more than others. We grow emotionally, spiritually, professionally. And as we grow, our needs and our values change. So we have to accept that there will be change, whether we like it or not. And how we love, the way that we love, also changes as we mature emotionally.
So it's inevitable. Change is inevitable, Mimi.
Yes.
But with regards to relationship, someone I've committed to, someone I've been with for a few years, maybe might be experiencing, and both of us might be experiencing some change. And with that personal change, how do we then still show up in that relationship? And how do we expect ourselves to love us when there's a new version of us? And then also, how do we extend that to our partner being able to then love us when we are a different version of who we are now than what they might have fallen in love with a few years ago? You know what I mean? This is maybe a harder question to answer.
It is. It is a difficult one, but the thing is, we have to start with ourselves. We have to start with self-assessment. Who am I? Ask the tough questions. Who am I? Where am I? How did I get here? And what is my purpose? Where am I going? What are my goals? And only when we get to know ourselves better can we communicate that. And we can start asking the next question, where is my relationship at? How flexible, how elastic is my relationship?
Sure,
and is my partner also busy growing? We don't all grow at the same pace either. But we have to ask those questions and then have the tough conversations.
And maybe be ready to hear those answers, right? Because what you're speaking about, it brings on difficulty. It could be overwhelming. Accepting change and moving to something new and familiar, this is leaving behind the comfort. And us as humans, we love comfort, we love patterns. Yes. So how do you encourage someone to still love and have that love survive in a moment like this?
Yeah.
Is there a way?
There is, absolutely. There's always a way.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Growth is uncomfortable. The growth happens there in the valleys. You know, you don't see much growth on the mountaintops. And there's a reason for that. Because growth happens where it's sometimes dark, where it's sometimes uncomfortable. But that's where we really develop our strength. That's where we build muscle, when it's tough and uncomfortable. And discomfort isn't really the enemy of love. It's more stagnation. So discomfort is okay. It's okay to be uncomfortable. As long as my partner is willing to stick with me through this discomfort and is also willing to work on themselves. Because sometimes it's easier to just stay in the familiarity of what we know.
And just deal with it rather, But now there is a time, I would imagine, where you grow to a point where, let's say the relationship doesn't serve you any longer. When is it time to be honest and admit that? And when is it time to say that, hey, you and I, we've now grown apart and there's potentially something better for us out there? How do you admit that? How do you be honest with that? That's a difficult moment.
It's tough. But you know what? It's not a shame to grow. It's part of life. It's natural. We can't fight it. But we have to have the skills to communicate effectively. We have to really check in with each other.
Yeah.
And, you know, myself and my husband, we've been married now for almost 19 years.
Oh, wow, okay. We need to know all the secrets here.
Lot of prayer. But we have to grow. So it's all about, you know, I've got my individual path and he's got his individual path. But if we can walk our own paths together, still close enough so that we can go in the same direction, then it's okay if we don't always grow at exactly the same pace, but we're still going in the same direction.
Yeah.
But in some relationships, people grow in opposite directions. And then it's important to have that conversation. Sometimes you have to reevaluate your relationship, and you don't always have to end in a fight. You know, it can be a mutual, respectful decision where we say, okay, maybe this isn't serving either of us anymore. Maybe we can just co-parent, or maybe we can just, you know, part as friends, but still respect each other's own personal growth.
Sure. Mimi, I love the way you're articulating everything, because it just reminds me how important conversation is, how important communication is, and finding moments just like this to really bring that truth out and be honest with ourselves. So a definite cheers once again, I think, for allowing us to pay attention to what's really important. And for us, It's the insights within ourselves. I think that's where love really starts, because love isn't static. It's something we grow into again and again. And just like a good cup of coffee, it's in the slow sips, the quiet moments, and the conscious choosing. And I think here's an official toast and a cheers to growing together and with Jacobs. Cheers. Mimi, that was awesome. Thank you.
Coffee is nice.
I know. It's good.
Find your wonderful. Jacobs, wunderbar.
That coffee is good. Let me tell you, I'm preparing myself for yet another one for this morning as you do yours as well, Mzansi. Thank you so much for choosing to hang with us this morning. What's still to come? What is on the menu? Well, Delucia Daniels, the delicious Delushi, is bringing part 2 of entertainment news when it comes to international entertainment. Not only that, we have to constantly tick that box when it comes to good music. And Kutlwano is still standing by with that Lionel Richie cover that I know you're going to sing along to in just a bit. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, we are coming in hot with the latest in entertainment news updates. Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Listen, Delucia's still on our couch, and we've got a chat about international entertainment news. Starting off, I'm going to just call him this, Kim Kardashian's ex, because that's how many of us were introduced to him. No, he's a comedian, Pete Davidson, and he is going to be a dad. He's all grown up now. I can't believe it. Expecting his first child with his girlfriend. And you know what? I like the way that they announced it. I like the way that she also wrote comments saying, but now everybody's going to know that, you know,
we did
did the dirty.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy for him. She's an actress, he's an actor, and they're stepping into a new phase in their life.
I know. I think it's very cute. I think, you know, when Pete Davidson came into the scene, we all know him from SNL.
Yeah.
But then it was like, oh, the big break came Kim Kardashian. And then he dated Madeline Klein, and now he is having a little baby, which I'm excited for because I've seen him with Kim Kardashian's kids. And they loved him. He's like the fun uncle.
I think so.
So I feel like going into dad mode is going to be quite an easy transition for him. He's got such a loving relationship with his mom as well. And they always say how a man treats his mom is how he'll treat his wife and the kids as well. So I feel like that's really fitting for him to go into this next phase of his life and for us to witness it because there's been a lot of growth with Pete as well.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of controversy, but I love the fact that there was light at the end of the tunnel with the fact that, you know, he's now matured. He's stepped up just a notch and taken on that responsibility of being a dad. It's a big one too.
It is. And I feel like someone like him who people generally think is quite a funny person.
And silly.
And very unserious.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, I actually have to be a role model to this kid now.
Or maybe you can be a silly dad. I think that show up with your responsibilities, obviously, but also have fun.
Balance.
Neither one of us are parents, but I feel like that's the best parenting advice that we can give. All right, let's stick along the path of parenting. I recently watched Superman.
The new one.
I said the new one, and then I said, I wish this was actually Henry.
Bring him back.
I like him, and he's my Man of Steel forever. Well, him and his fiancée, Natalie Vuscuso, welcomed their first child back in January 2025, but they kept the news quiet.
was one of those very like hush-hush situations. You knew he had a kid.
Right.
Didn't know anything about the kid.
Zero.
No name, no gender, nothing. And then all of a sudden it was like, hey, I'm a girl dad.
Which to me makes the most sense. When I see, not that I know him, but maybe I know him, Henry Cavill, I'm like, yeah, he looks like he's a great girl dad.
Right.
He looks like he takes care of women and young.
I feel like for me, like watching him come out of Superman, like now he's changing his cape for nappies now.
I
So
love that.
it's kind of like very fitting for me to see him also again embody this role of a dad. He is also the type of person who I feel like is just a wholesome human being, loves privacy, and I feel like him and his fiancée really have just had a great relationship throughout their both careers. So this is really nice to know that they are, you know, goal parents.
Because you know when it comes to Hollywood that these things don't last, okay?
Oh, yeah.
They fly by nights and we go, oh, okay, there's another divorce. But the fact that the two of them are building a family in the right way, like you said, with privacy.
Yeah.
Because it is just about the two of them. And then we get told little nuggets along the way. So congrats to them.
I guess the next announcement is what's the name of the kid, right? We have to wait.
We have to wait. But if you have any suggestions, let us know. We would love to see little Supergirl, maybe.
Yeah.
They could get away with
And that movie's
anything.
coming out as well. So it's pretty like fitting that this is happening.
I think so. What if she stars in it? No, stop it. I'm getting ahead of myself. Katy Perry, what's going on there?
Oh my gosh.
My
you know,
goodness.
when we look at a lot of these stars who do these big tricks on these tours, you know, everyone wants to be up in the air.
Yep.
She had a malfunction.
I'm telling you.
And, you know, the way she handled was actually so grateful. Her Lifetime's tour has been doing great things. Obviously, she just had a divorce as well, so going through
Very
the
sensitive
most
time.
Yeah, again, also while she's on tour, Russell Brand
So
happened.
first Russell Brand, and now Orlando Bloom, and I'm saying there's something in the water.
And now she had the malfunction. Are they related? We hope not.
Things happen in threes, though.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
that's hectic. No, yeah, no.
You know, Beyonce also had something similar to this not too long
Coachella
ago.
2018, the chair, but she turned into a meme after that. I remember that.
But even this year, she had something with the car where she got stuck in.
Oh my gosh, yeah, she did. She got stuck in the car. And then I know Pink also had a malfunction. She loves doing aerial stunts as well.
Yeah.
Also, like Katy Perry likes to be high up in the sky. I feel like the way you recover is the best way to end it.
Because
Like,
don't look shocked, don't look surprised, don't look heartbroken. Look like, hey.
And also laugh, because we'll also laugh.
Right.
As long as you're okay and safety's first, your harness is on, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. And they are harnesses. Security is there because then somebody's going to call the ambulance.
Yeah.
And nobody's got time for that. But I do love it. And I do wish her all the best because, like you said, she's going through heartbreak.
Yeah.
But she's still showing up for her people.
And she's doing the most on this
Yeah.
tour. I've loved her outfit changes. I know you and I are big fashionistas.
Love.
Seeing her outfits. And her voice has also maintained throughout the years. I've enjoyed seeing her come out of her shell a bit more because we missed old Katy.
We did miss old Katy.
So I feel like even though we had the malfunction, the show must go on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, she's touched the space, the sky, and everything and beyond. She's allowed to have at least one malfunction. Delucia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Chris.
No wardrobe malfunctions here.
No, absolutely
you look
not.
absolutely stunning, and we appreciate you being on our couch. Come back soon, okay?
Always.
Okay, thank you so much. You heard that was a promise. In fact, let's just...
Thank you.
Okay. She'll come back soon on our manifestation station, all right? For now, though, that wraps up local and entertainment news. Let's touch down with another superstar, Zanele, and she's got some special guests with her.
And when it's nice, it is nice indeed, Mzansi. And this morning, it is about to get nicer. Why? Kutlwano is taking to the stage for the first time here on Expresso, and he's about to give you a delicious dose of Lionel Richie with Stuck on You. Everybody, let's give it up for him.
Stuck on you. Got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. 'Cause I'm on my way. Oh, I needed a friend. And the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end. And I'm on my way. Mighty glad you stayed. Stuck on you. I've been a fool for too long. I guess it's time for me to come and go. 'Cause I'm on my way. Oh no, it's so hard to see stay. Oh, hey, oh, yeah. Well, I'm leaving on that midnight train tomorrow. Oh, and I know just where I'm going. Well, I packed up my troubles and I have thrown them all away. Oh, yeah, because this time, little darling, I am coming home to stay. I'm stuck on you. I've got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. And I'm on my way. Yeah, I needed a friend. And the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end. And I'm on my way. Mighty glad you stayed. Oh, mighty glad you stayed. Oh,
Yes, I said from busking to big stages, Honey Kutlwano is the name you need to remember because this king right here, he's going all the way to the top. Okay, we're calling it. Now, he's still going to be around, so make sure that you stick around for that. But then we are also going to be getting into Season 6 Taste Master South Africa. It is Siobhan Fourie who is here and who is going to be letting us in on just what she thinks of the viral Matilda cake. And then, of course, we're going to be getting to know her as well. So make sure you do not go anywhere. Friends, there's still so much more to do. Did you hear that beautiful voice? Oh, my goodness. It's so good to be with you, and we'll see you after this short break.
It's my feel-good breakfast
welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Please, let's meet somebody incredible right now. That's what we do here on Expresso. Siobhan Fourie, a passionate chef and hotel manager from Kaapsehoop, Mpumalanga, is somebody that you have to get to know if you don't know her already. Raised in a family-run hotel and restaurant, she began cooking at just the age of 5 years old, inspired by her mother and also her grandmother. With a soulful French-inspired style, Siobhan sees food as a form of storytelling, and now competing on the Taste Master SA, she's hoping to turn her passion into a legacy. Welcome. In fact, let's give you a feel-good welcome. Come on, everybody. Yes, Siobhan. I will say, we pass each other like ships by the night. I'm always like, oh, the pink hair. It gets me every time. It is so gorgeous. How are we feeling today?
Yeah, I'm feeling fantastic.
You feeling
I'm
good?
So excited. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, let's talk a bit more about your journey. The matriarchs in your family have really done the things. That hotel restaurant that has been happening and running for years. What are some of your earliest memories of cooking with your family?
So the earliest I can remember is me like being 5, 6 years old, being in the kitchen, and I would always get cookbooks for like birthdays and for Christmas. So the first memory I have is actually like a little cupcake that I made. It was very gourmet. Like I cut it and filled it with like curds and rolled it and stuff, and it was that stuck with me. I think that's where my passion for pastry actually started growing.
Right, 5 years old, you in there stuffing cupcakes is so crazy to me. So when it comes to cooking, if somebody hasn't been watching your Taste Master journey, are you more into baking? Is it more chefing the savory food? Which side do you fall on?
I'm more into pastry and bakery. I love doing cakes and the fine things. So I like artsy things, if I can put it that way.
I mean, it's going to be a tough one, but what's your favorite kind of pastry or dessert to make?
Maybe like a cinnamon roll or a like Danish. I really like Danish.
Oh my goodness, that's great. And the thing that I love about it's not too sweet, so I can have the whole roll. You know what I mean? Because the calories don't count. You know what I'm saying? You know, I love this. What keeps you inspired for all these years, from 5 to the age that you are now?
I think because my whole family is also in the industry, you're in and around it the whole time. And because of that, I think the passion just keeps on growing, even though you don't want it to. It's just there. It's like, it's part of your life. So just enjoy it. And I think I have a soul and like a passion for it, really. So I think because of that, it also grows quite a lot.
Oh my goodness. And your mom and grandma must probably still proud of you. Going, yes, we passed down something so good. What was that conversation like when you were telling them, this is the path that I want to pursue?
As a chef?
Yeah.
Well, my parents have always known I'm going to go into that path because since being in the kitchen since I was 5, it's just, that's all I could think about being. No, I didn't even have a backup plan. I'm like, I'm going to be a chef and no other decision.
Oh, so, and what a journey it's been.
Yeah, and they've always been very proud and they always enjoy the treats very much, if I can put it that way.
But I'm part of your family
They've never complained about that.
And I love the fact that you're going to be cooking with us today. But let's talk about where this journey has taken you onto Taste Master SA. I mean, what really got you saying, I want to enter this competition?
Well, I saw the ad and I was just like, what if?
What if?
If I enter and I get in, then it could be a good opportunity. And if I enter and I don't get in, then I go on with my life. So I've always lived on the edge, and doing stuff like this is fun. It puts you out of the comfort zone, and it's the only way you can grow, if I can put it that way. So
there's the saying that I like, it's like, what if I fail, but then what if I fly? You must always leave space for the option of what if, because look where it's brought you, to the semi-finals of Taste Masters South Africa. How are we feeling? How has the competition been?
The competition has been so stressful. It's very intense to be on point the whole time, but also social, if I can put it that way. Because you have to be a social, bubbly for the TV the whole time, but you still need to focus and get the work done.
And have you been doing it? Have there been any flops so far?
Few.
Try
to hide them, but it's not always possible.
What's been the biggest lesson? Because you look like you're killing the game over there. What has been the biggest lesson in this experience for you?
The biggest lesson in this experience, I would say, there's always much more to learn. You'd never know everything. So don't take any knowledge for granted, because anything you get from someone is something that you can learn properly.
Oh my goodness. And what's been your relationship with the other contestants? I mean, is the competition stiff? Nobody's looking at each other? Or are you guys like chums behind the scenes?
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Everyone is so friendly, and it's like I've made lifelong friends. We're still in communication with each other, and we see each other regularly. I've seen a few contestants again after the Tastemaster episodes.
Sure.
And it's family we've built.
Okay, speaking about family, how about the judges? Are they family?
Yeah,
or are
they're
you...
so friendly.
Are they
and so,
friendly?
Yeah, so
Ah.
cute. And it's so nice to meet all these influential people and these big chefs in the industry, because then you also build the contacts and you get to know different people that actually help you in the industry if you do need someone.
Oh my gosh, they say never meet your heroes, but why not? You know, Zola and Andriette, we love them both here on your Feel Good show. And they are definitely going to bring out all the stops this time around. Okay, one last note, Siobhan. If you could tell anybody right now who's maybe sitting on the fence going, should I enter, shouldn't I enter? Why should they enter Tastemaster SA?
I think to enter is life-changing. You really need to put yourself out of a comfort zone, like I said, to grow. And if you are in a place in your life where you feel like you're not really sure where to go or what to do, maybe there's an opportunity just for you to maybe just center yourself again and see what is important in my life. And I think it's a very big thing that everybody learns in this competition is what is important in my life.
Sure.
And this showed them what is my priority.
Yeah, what's your North Star? What comes first? And for you, that Ebony's baking. So congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
That semi-final, we cannot wait. Let me tell you, we love you already, Siobhan. What an incredible journey. And for you, Mzansi, please don't forget to tune into the Tastemaster SA Tuesday evenings at 7:30 only on SABC2. The semi-finals are up, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a goodie.
Catch the semi-finals of the Tastemaster SA this Tuesday evening at 7:30 as contestants bring the flames.
This is a wild ride. What is happening?
There's a lot going on.
It's chaos in the kitchen. My mind is not okay.
Oh no.
My heart drops.
Who will earn a spot in the grand finale? Find out on the Tastemaster SA Tuesday evenings at 7:30. Repeat Wednesdays at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. only on SABC2. Clover, made with love.
Oh, the word I'm going to use for that is just tantalizing. The action's happening soon, and before we even get into it, we're going to keep you vibed, keep that check on right here in the kitchen, because you just heard about her. She baked her way into our hearts on Tastemaster SA, and now Siobhan Fourie is tackling the cake that broke the internet. So you get to watch as she whips up her take on the viral Matilda cake. That's what's happening. It's the rich, gooey one we're talking about, and it's just that over-the-top feel that we want. And I hope this one is going to be as over-the-top as we remember from the movie. Siobhan, thank you so much for sharing your magic with us. I loved hearing all about how this was the plan. There was no plan B.
No, there was no plan B.
I love
that.
This
is my life, and this is what I want to do. So.
And I think it's that utmost relentless passion and pursuing that dream that has brought you here and is going to bring you to so many incredible places. But let's see you in your safe space right now, the kitchen, doing the thing that you absolutely love. And this is like your specialty, being a pâtissière.
Yes.
Did I say correctly?
Pâtissière.
Yes, Okay, so how are we doing this? How do we get this Matilda worthy?
The easiest is to get all the dry ingredients in first and just mix them up so that the bicarb and the baking powder is actually dispersed between all the dry stuff. Flour, salt, baking powder, and some sugar,
I imagine? Right.
And some cocoa powder.
So these are pretty standard staples that you get in the pantry, right?
Yes, and for the perfect chocolate cake.
And then again, Mzansi, I want you to pay attention to the magic that happens here and see how Siobhan puts all this together, because you don't have to worry too much. There's a QR code that you can literally scan, take your phone's camera, point it at the QR code, and you'll find yourself at Expresso's landing page for all the inspiration when it comes to breakfast, lunch, supper, everything in between, and especially this cake right here. Yeah, it's also there. We got you sorted. The entire week's worth. You don't have to think about what to make. Just head over there. Where we at now? So we put all the dry ingredients together,
yes, so
right?
I'm starting with the vanilla. I've added into the eggs.
Nice.
And we're just going to throw that in.
Okay.
And then This is the hot coffee. It's half a cup of hot coffee.
Okay, hang on. Now we're taking a little bit of an interesting turn. Hot
Yes.
coffee is going in here.
And then some
Is that
oil.
like a Matilda thing, or is this like your little addition?
I actually always used coffee in my chocolate cake as
Naughty.
it makes it very moist.
Yeah.
Especially hot coffee. If you think about cocoa powder, fun fact about cocoa powder, it's actually waterproof. So if you
Whoa.
take a spoon of cocoa powder and you add it to a bowl of water, just dip it, it will come out dry. It
Whoa.
won't. So because of the hot water and the hot coffee, it actually absorbs into the cocoa and makes it moister.
Could I like rub myself in coffee and then dip in the ocean and then keep myself dry?
Maybe you come out dry, you don't know.
we should collab on like a new wetsuit, an organic chocolate wetsuit. Then I'll do something here. Okay, so we're talking about the cake mixed in, the cocoa's in there. We got the hot coffee. Is it something you taste in the end result, or is it very subtle?
I think coffee does tend to complement cocoa and chocolate because it's a very like flavor that fits with each other.
Yes,
So if
it
you think
does.
about like a mochaccino, like that's very good.
Say no more. Say no more. I
And
got
then we're
you.
just going to add this. It's been sprayed already.
Okay.
So
This is like a baking tray, right?
This is a cake pan.
Cake pan.
Yes.
Okay, got you. Is that what that is?
Add it.
And then, I mean, like this is gonna essentially be that spongy cake vibe, like really just giving this thing structure.
Yes.
This is what we're gonna be working with.
Yeah, and then that
Okay.
goes into the oven, 180, half an hour, then it's ready.
How do they get it? Like, I know we're gonna be talking about this because we've got a couple moments to put this all together, but especially that like the ooey gooiness. Is that all on the end result where they like, what do you call it?
Decorated.
Decorated? Yeah, is that's
So
what,
I
or is it
think
starting
it's
from
also
inside?
Depends on the icing that you make
Okay.
and how you decorate it. So if you're going for a bit more lighter, sturdier cake, you go for more frosting that's like a buttercream. But if you want like a ooey gooey, go for like a ganache or something that's melted. So
Yeah,
that,
there we go,
That's a
ganache,
bit
yeah,
warmer.
okay,
so
okay.
it makes it nicer. I'll be showing just now how to make that.
Nice. So where to from here?
Into the oven.
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh, nice.
Easy.
Okay.
One bowl recipe.
I
mix
could
it.
vibe with this step
yeah,
even,
it's
right?
a very easy thing into the oven.
So this is very different to the fields of Tastemaster, right? Like you were dealing with all sorts of pressure, to say the least, not just recording a show, but also dealing with like having to show up. How does this compare? Lang chilled.
Very chilled. There's no timer. There's nothing. They're pushing you to actually focus. Okay, this needs to get done. And do I have all my things in the cake? Because that is a very big thing. If you make something and you forget something, you know you're screwed.
Okay.
There's no time. There's no time to go back or try.
Got you.
remake
And are you
so-
familiar with the viral trend? Obviously, the Matilda cake. Did you watch Matilda like back in the day, 1996 or something was when it came out?
Well, not Ben, but I did watch
Yeah.
it after that.
Do you remember Miss Honey?
Yeah,
Now,
the
do you
teacher,
know Miss Honey's coming to our show?
Oh, really?
That's
No, I
like
didn't
the whole
know that.
vibe. Yeah, so literally the Miss Honey that was in Matilda, she's coming through. She can be talking about something incredible, but this is kind of like how we're tying it all together. And I'm so excited. I can't believe it's the actual Miss Honey from the movie. So it gets even more exciting. And we're not going to let Siobhan go anywhere because we're going to be showing you in part 2 how we put this together, how we get that ooey gooey on the outside and get it Matilda worthy. For now, though, I want to say, I know it's not done yet, but congratulations on showing up during the competition, for being on live TV, sharing your talents with us. And I love the fact that there was no other plan other than this one, and we are living the dream right now. How cool is this? Yes!
Yeah, it's so fun.
And it's not going to stop anymore because Mzansi, a reminder, head over to expresso.com for this recipe. Don't forget to tune into Tastemaster SA Tuesday evening, 7:30 p.m. on SABC2. That means it's happening tonight. And you'll see this superstar, amongst others, showing us the ropes. It's going to get even better in just a bit, but there's still a lot to look forward to on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Right about now, my beautiful Mzansi and family, we're going to be getting into so many more things. And thank you so much, Cape Town. Listen, I can't believe we only have an hour left. I feel like we just started the show. But here's what's still coming at you right here on Expresso. We're going to be jumping on into getting to know an absolutely incredible woman, someone who's making their directional debut. It is Embeth Davids. I am so excited for you to get to know her because, listen, this is absolutely beautiful when we get to see women stepping into their power like this queen. Then We're also getting to meet another queen. It is Amy Jones. She is the winner of season 1 of what we call My Design Rules. And I'm so keen to get to know her because we got to know Josh last week, right? Right here in Johannesburg. Well, Cape Town's bringing the sauce with that one. And we all need to be within, all right? We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to get you up to date with what's happening around the world. Don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey ho, it's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Mzansi, welcome back. And what a show we've already had. 2 hours of pure magic, and let it continue. Before though, we've got to get to official duties. It's just on the hour. So let's start off with national headlines. Now, Western Cape Minister of Sport and Cultural Affairs, Ricardo Mackenzie, is en route to Portugal to help more than 20 young Cape Town soccer players stranded in Lisbon. Now, the players who travelled to Spain for a tournament were left without return tickets or accommodation after BT Soccer Academy allegedly failed to honour its obligations. Now, the group is currently housed in a Lisbon hotel, and Mackenzie will assess the situation and coordinate support. Now, the Western Cape government has prioritised the boys' safety and aims to secure their return home quickly. Oh, wholesome stuff, and definitely hoping that this is a successful trip indeed. But sticking to the headlines nationally, and President Cyril Ramaphosa has dismissed Higher Education Minister Nobuhle Nkabane following the controversy over SETA board appointments. Now, Deputy Minister Bhuti Manamela has been promoted to Minister, with Dr. Nomusa Duba Ncube stepping in as Deputy. Now, Nkaba faced intense criticism for misleading Parliament and withholding the names of an advisory panel linked to politically connected appointees. Now, her removal comes amid pressure from civil society and opposition parties, who accused her of her secrecy and undermining accountability in South Africa's key skills development sector. Well, from national headlines, we move over to international news. And now, at 92 years old, Cameroonian President Paul Biya has confirmed his run for an 8th term, but his digital campaign is struggling to connect with young voters. Now, despite daily posts on Facebook and X, experts say the strategy lacks interactivity and authenticity, with minimal use of WhatsApp, now the preferred platform among Cameroon's youth. Analysts also argue that flashy graphics and top-down messaging are not enough for a generation demanding real change. Now, over 60% of the population is under the age of 25, making youth engagement critical for the October election. Well, next up, 25 nations, including the UK, Japan and France, have called for an immediate end to the war in Gaza and criticized Israel's model for delivering aid. Now, over 800 Palestinians have died while trying to access supplies, and many near centers linked to Israeli and US support. Now, in the latest incident, 67 were shot while waiting for UN aid trucks on Sunday. And the foreign minister said the model causes chaos and strips Gazans of dignity. Gaza's health ministry reports growing starvation deaths amid the crisis. Well, next up, hopefully something to elevate the mood. Now, there's a Jurassic treat waiting in the Free State, and it won't cost a cent until the 30th of September. Now, the brand new Kutlwano Dinosaur Interpretive Center at Golden Gate Highlands National Park has officially opened its doors, and entry is free for all visitors with a valid ID. Now, packed with fascinating fossils, ancient history and interactive displays, the center blends science and storytelling to celebrate South Africa's rich prehistoric heritage. Now, it's a big win for nearby schools, students and local communities, and is set to be a key driver of local economic development, job creation and tourism growth. And also, with more fun activities planned, this dino-themed gem is set to become a roaring success. Well, I wonder if dinosaurs even roared. Well, maybe you can head though and find out for yourself. For now, though, we're going to find out lastly what's happening all in the world of sport.
Well, touching down in your sporting news, let's see what's happening in your world of cricket, where Mitchell Owen shone on debut with 50 off 27 balls and a key wicket as Australia beat West Indies by 3 wickets in the first 2020 international out in Jamaica. Chasing 190, Australia got over the line with 7 balls to spare. Now, Ben Dwahes took 4 to 36, while Cameron Green blasted 51 in a powerful counter-attack after early wickets did fall. What's happening in your footy news? Well, Man U fans, stand up. Your team has signed Brentford star Brian Mbeumo on a deal until 2030 with an option for a further year. Now, the £65 million move, potentially rising to £71 million, comes after Mbeumo netted 20 goals last season. Now, the Cameroon international called the move to his, quote, dream club a no-brainer. He'll join United for their upcoming pre-season tour in the US. It's definitely going to be an interesting time for the next Premier League, but let's get into your rugby news, where the Vodacom Bulls have named a youthful, talent-packed squad for this year's Currie Cup, captained by Namakaba and strengthened by 6 junior Springbok world champions. It's looking good. Key additions do include Marvin Ori, Lizo Oboka, as well as Junior Pokomela and Yaku van der Walt. Now, adding valuable experience to the mix as the team gears up for a challenging campaign. In your cricket news, England's Harry Brooks says his team won't always be nice as they prepare for the 4th test against India at Old Trafford. After a tense win at Lord's, England's embraced a more aggressive approach, urged by coach Brendan McCullum to put pressure on India. The series does remain tight with much still to play for. Well, that is where we leave your sporting news for this morning. Let's see your roads for the final time.
Right about now, we need to guide you through those roads and make sure that you get to where you're going safely, my friend. So let's start off in Johannesburg, where there's a stationary vehicle on the N12 westbound after Edenvale Road. 2 left lanes are closed, so please remember that there will be slow-moving traffic over there. Then there's a stationary vehicle on the N1 northbound at Brakfontein Interchange Road, or rather Brakfontein Road, forgive me. The central lane is closed, so you've got to make sure you drive carefully. Things are slow-moving there as well. In Mpumalanga, on the N4 route, the road has been reopened west of Mbombela. There's recovery operations that are continuing over there. Big volumes to clear through, and luckily things are going to be a little bit breezier over there. For now, though, we're going to get into what's happening with your weather. This morning, the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 1 warning for severe thunderstorms in the northeastern parts of the Eastern Cape. Localized damage, small hail, light snow and disruptions are expected. Meanwhile, tensions are rising over plans to relocate Mthatha flood victims to Maydeen Farm. The King Sabata Dalindyebo municipality wants to build nearly 200 shelters, but local residents oppose the move, citing crime concerns and the fact that they were not consulted in the matter. The mayor, Nyaniso Nelani, assured residents that a comprehensive safety plan is being worked on. We'll keep you up to date with that in terms of how exactly it evolves. However, for now, one of my favorite parts of the show, yes, please. Let's get into your sunrise view of the hour. This morning, it is a huge shout out to Arusha from Centurion, where it is going to be 19 degrees Celsius. Thank you so much, Arusha. This is absolutely stunning. This is what we want when we say give us a sunrise view. This is what we want to see, and we appreciate you so much, Arusha. And of course, Mzansi, you always know it's also always your turn. But more than anything, we always want to see what your eyes are waking up to. It's still going to be such a feel-good morning, all in the name of making sure you got a smile on your face as you head off into your day. But for now, let's take a look at what you can expect for your day in terms of your temperatures.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. If those sunrise views was a competition, then Mzansi, y'all are the winners. Thank you so much for elevating our day, and we'll do it all again tomorrow. For now, though, we're gonna say a thank you by giving you this opportunity. For as little as 5 Rand, you can play Powerball for an estimated 84 million Rand in jackpots happening this Tuesday, and literally, you do not want to be left behind. So here's how you do it. Buy your tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529 hash and then follow the USSDs. Now, we want you to win this money so badly that we put all these details on our Expresso social media pages, so you can literally go check it out right now. And Panda, push up, play the Powerball for an estimated 84 million Rand in total estimated jackpots. It's happening today, which means you could become a multi-millionaire, but only if you play now. Good luck.
Thank you so much, my Powerball babies. I love this. Listen, when it comes to the Powerball, Mzansi, that's for you to win, right? Because we're already winning when you're in the building, just because we love hanging out with you. And this is why, on the way, we get into some of the most delicious things to close out the show. So what am I talking about? Well, Amy Moses is going to be in the building. As I said earlier on, we're celebrating her and her beautiful win for My Design Rules in Season 1 and getting a little bit of, I want to say, advice for those who are wanting to enter for Season 2. Then we're also going to be getting to meet the incredible Embeth Davids, who's making a big directional debut in South Africa. And I feel like the world was never ready for the powerhouse that is Embeth. I hope you are ready to meet her as well, because it's going to be happening here on Expresso. We're going to take a short break. So like I always say, go get your coffee, go to the bathroom, but only 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and then you must be back. Ne? Okay, even me, I'm going to go and get my coffee. I'll see you after this.
Creamy coffee in 3, 2, done. Jacob's 3-in-1. Wunderbar.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Beautiful people, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it has been feeling so good this morning. So many incredible people, so many inspirational moments, and we're back in the kitchen because earlier Siobhan showed us how to make a rich and delicious chocolate cake, and not just any cake, the base of our viral Matilda cake. So up next, it's part 2. We're going to be making the glossy chocolate ganache and putting it all together for the ultimate over-the-top finish. Let's bring on all the druzz. Let's go for this. So this is how we really make this a Matilda-worthy cake, right, Siobhan?
So it's 2 of the sponges that we've just shown how to
From
make.
earlier, yeah.
And just basic icing. You can even buy it at the shop if you want to, but if you make it yourself as well, just it's a basic buttercream.
Is that on the inside as well?
Yeah, so that's the chocolate flavor, just some cocoa powder, and that's normal buttercream, just butter and icing sugar. Trick I've learned, half butter to a double icing sugar. So if you have 500-gram butter, kg icing sugar.
Is that like an official Siobhan ratio?
Just yeah.
Tried and tested.
Perfection.
Okay, cool.
Just beat it until it's soft, and then that's perfect for a cake.
I love that, all right.
The fun part about this cake is that it has a second, like, ganache that we throw over the top. So I'm going to be showing you how to make the dark chocolate one. So we're just going to warm some cream quickly.
A dark chocolate ganache is what we are about to make.
And then we have a milk chocolate as well. So we have some different...
Oh, we're being naughty here.
Different...
Oh, perfect. This is Matilda worthy then. I love it.
That's what I'm saying. It is a fun cake.
What's in the pot now?
So this is just some cream that we're just heating, and some chocolate chips. So basically same quantities. 200 grams or 100 grams to 200 grams or 100 grams.
The Siobhan ratio, yeah. We're getting it now.
It makes a nice drizzle.
I just want to remind Nzanzi, obviously there's a lot going on here and you might be caught up and blown away by this beautiful specimen in the kitchen right now. And she's here in reminding us also that we need to watch the Taste Master tonight. But I'm here to remind you that right now you can just literally point your phone to the screen. You'll see a QR code on the corner and that'll show you all the incredible recipes right here from your Feel Good Breakfast Show, including this one. But for now, though, the reason why this beautiful soul is still with us because tonight, 7:30 p.m. Taste Master SA Tuesday is today, and you want to find it at SABC2. It's going to be incredible. But listen, the superstar is in a safe environment right now in the Feel Good Kitchen. There's no stress or judges. I'm the only judge.
It's fun.
I'm the good judge. Don't worry. You really can't do wrong by me as long as there's lots of chocolate here. It's going to be a win.
So the cream is hot now. We're just going to add the chocolate to the hot cream.
Oh, it melts quickly.
And then just take it off the heat because that's why we warm the cream, so the chocolate melts nicely.
Okay.
If you feel like your cream is not hot enough, just add it to a low heat and just carry on.
And I know with like in let's say the other side of the world, when you're making like white sauces and bechamel and all these weird things, like you don't want the certain things to be like too hot because you can burn it. Is that the case with chocolate as well?
Yes. So
can you get away with that?
Chocolate is a very sentimental thing, so it normally splits when you add water to it. So don't add water to any chocolate. Go more for like cream and milk things.
Yeah.
So cream is ideal. So if you ever want your chocolate, if you want to melt it and make it a bit more runny, add some cream to it and it will help.
Okay, it just doesn't vibe with the water. It's not a fan.
No, it completely seizes up. It becomes like mud completely. It splits, it becomes grainy.
All right.
So
and
don't
that's
even
like
bother.
really quickly come together. I mean, we've
look
literally
how...
had like not even a couple seconds of chatting and this is looking good. Like a chocolate milkshake almost. Can you show that to our camera and just so that we can have a look at this? It is absolutely perfect. No bits in that. That's like a smooth consistency. That's what you want, right?
Yes, that's what we want.
Okay.
So
how do we, and when do we say, okay, we're ready to pour? Is that...
So you'll see the chocolate completely dissolves. It now has one or two small pieces still at the bottom, but all the lumps you see there's still a few lumps. So all the lumps becomes completely
smooth.
Yeah.
And we want that.
So
I'm sorry, I'm getting excited here for this moment. This is like an official coming together.
It's a fun moment.
Yeah.
And then I'll be doing this one, and then there's one
we can
for
like
you.
dual wield. We call this akimbo style on the cake. Akimbo the cake.
So this is now the fun part.
So do you go first, or do we like do it together? Is there a strategy?
Let me start, and then you can do some decoration.
Some decorations,
over the top,
okay. I know yours is hot and. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is the Matilda cake coming to life. And then layer number 2, do you want me to go straight on top or like go crazy with it?
You are the artist now, so.
You shouldn't put me under such heavy responsibility. But look how
that looks so
this
nice.
is like an entire experience. Imagine showing this to your guests, like literally as you serve it, a station of just pure goodness.
And it's pure chocolate, so it's never enough. So
there's like half left. Should I put more on?
let's do that for serving.
Okay. Oh, now
we
we're
have some on
talking.
the plate.
So look at this. It looks amazing. And I love all the, like, what do you call it? Drizzle lines? Cascading down the side.
This
just
is
kind
really a gourmet cake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Siobhan, this is clearly why you're on Tastemaster and have lasted this long. I mean, we're all the way into the... Is it the semis? Are we there yet?
Yes, yeah, it's a semi. Tonight it's the semi.
Oh, it's getting intense.
It's getting hardcore.
Whether you win or not, I know you're going to be doing incredible things, and I know there's so much happening for you in the future. Where do you see yourself in a couple months?
Well, I am actually in the process of moving to Cape Town as well. So
hey,
from
nice.
And I look at more going into the private chef sector. So, and of course, my bakery I still do on the side.
Zanzi, listen up, you're a private chef, you're looking for one?
Yes,
Here she is, we found the best one that you can. Tastemaster tonight, 7:30, SABC2. What are you waiting for? The semi-finals, and you'll see this superstar slaying away. We'll see you on SABC2 tonight, but for now, stick to SABC3. This is S3. We're going to finish off your Expresso show, and we still got a whole lot of Matilda inspiration coming your way. It's getting good. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's time to taste it.
Yes, let's do that.
Catch the semi-finals of the Tastemaster SA this Tuesday evening at 7:30 as contestants bring the flames.
This is a wild ride. What is happening?
There's a lot going on.
It's chaos in the kitchen. My mind is not okay.
Oh, no.
My heart drops.
Who will earn a spot in the grand finale? Find out on the Tastemaster SA Tuesday evenings at 7:30. Repeat Wednesdays at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. only on SABC2. Clover, made with love.
Oh, that cake looks so good. But right now, let's turn our focus into something that looks even better. It's the powerful new feature film, Don't Let's Go to the Dogs Tonight. Adapted from Alexandra Fuller's best-selling memoir, it is set to premiere in South Africa on the 25th of July. Now, that's this Friday. And in light of that, it is directed and written by the remarkable guests that we have on our couch right now. And I can't wait for you to meet and also see Embeth Davids. The film offers a beautiful, rare and personal glimpse into Zimbabwe's transition from colonial rule to independence, told through the eyes of a young girl. And we are so honored to welcome American-South African actress, writer, producer, and now director, Embeth Davids! Woo!
Thank you.
We got to do it. It's a feel-good show. It's a feel-good welcome, and we're so honored that you joined us on the couch today.
Thank you. Thanks for
Are you awake, Embeth?
I am.
Okay,
I'm awake.
good.
I'm
Are you
good.
alive?
I am.
I know
I'm
it's
alive.
very early.
I'm very excited to see the cake, the Matilda cake.
Right.
And I said, what a coincidence. And then you said it's not a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence. In fact, we might make you taste in just a little bit. But before we get into that, I do want to talk about your journey. Born in the US, came back to South Africa, studied at Rhodes University, which I know many people who are into journalism absolutely obsessed with that, and then moved back to the US. Can you tell me a bit more about that trajectory and the choices between the two places?
Because I was born in the States, I always thought, oh, I'll go back to America. But my parents are South African.
Right.
So I moved to South Africa when I was 8, and I always felt South African. I never felt American. I still don't feel American, even though I've lived there for longer than I ever lived in South Africa.
Right.
But this feels like coming home.
Sure. And when you say coming home, is it the food? Is it the culture? Is it the people?
It's all the above. It's the temperature of the air.
Yes.
It's the smell of the sea. It's the view of the mountain. Listen, I love South Africa, and the film touches on that. It touches on where do we belong, where are we meant to be, what do we have longing for once we leave a place. And so that's also what made the story very personal for me.
Which I can't wait to get to talk about you acting in it and your directing debut. But let's talk about your acting journey in particular. From Matilda that we mentioned a bit earlier, Miss Honey once again trending online all over TikTok. People are just obsessed with reliving parts of their childhood, but also you acted in Tales of the Walking Dead. What draws you to such diverse characters? What goes into choosing them?
You know, I think when I was younger, it was just what came up. What could I get a job in, you know? And I got lucky very early on in my career. Spielberg found me and I was in Schindler's List, and then sort of a natural progression was Danny DeVito was casting Matilda, and when I met him, he just said, "You are Miss Honey."
You are Miss Honey.
My kids differ on a bad day. They go, "You're nothing like Miss Honey." But that sort of, sometimes, here's what I believe. Some of it you work for, some things just fall out of the sky, some things you have to make happen. So this film, for instance, is something I developed over a long period of time. But I think I was always just very lucky with serendipitous things happening and the right roles coming along so that it looked like it was very diverse. It was also just how things panned out.
Beautiful. And there you are on the screen, just as a reminder to you, Mzansi, to see exactly what our childhoods all look like. What a beautiful moment in time. And you literally look exactly the same.
Oh, God.
That's what's so crazy about this. I'm like, oh my gosh, what did time even pass? What is happening? But let's talk about what has brought you here today. I know on Wednesday we get to see a glimpse of it. On Friday, it is the nationwide debut of this. You took on a novel, a memoir, and you turned it into something so touching and beautiful. It's called Don't Let's Go to the Dogs Tonight. So talk to me more about this journey.
So I read the memoir by Alexandra Fuller. It was a very famous memoir. A lot of people, particularly people from South Africa, from Zimbabwe, even from Australia, knew about this story. And then it was on the New York Times bestseller list because she described her African childhood. She was in different countries in Africa. And it captured my imagination because in a way it reflected my experience of growing up in South Africa. Now, Zimbabwe is different to South Africa, but I never forgot her descriptions of the place, the characters. And there I was sitting in America going, oh my God, this is my childhood. This is what I remember. This would make a great movie. So I bought the rights to the book thinking I'll find a screenwriter. I couldn't find a screenwriter.
How long ago was this, by the way?
It was in 2016, 2017. So for a while I looked for a screenwriter. I couldn't find a screenwriter. So I started working away at it myself. And then finally, many, many drafts later, I went, wow, this is actually the story. This is the script. And at that point, I had to find a director. And I knew what the story was so well that I thought, you know what, I've been on enough sets. I know where the camera should go. I know enough about the story. But more than anything, I know the script. I know the story I want to tell. And that's why I decided to direct it. But then I had to act in it. So
this is the thing that I want to get to. How do you balance this? How does one even approach this? What do you do?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't. I'm never going to do it again. That was the hardest part of it, was needing to jump in front of the camera. I need a director. I'm an actor that uses directors and needs directors. So I rely on them. So that was just something I kind of jumped in and swam as fast as I could, and I didn't overthink the acting. But I think prepping by writing the script helped me know what I needed to do with the acting. The more exciting thing for me and the new world that I had to learn very quickly on was the directing part of it.
How exciting also. So you said you won't act and direct at the same time again, but will you direct again?
Yes, I would direct again, but here's the caveat, only if I knew and loved a story as well as I love this. It's not an easy task. It's a very difficult and challenging and multi-layered thing. So I would absolutely do it. I loved it. It's opened a whole new world for me, but I would need to love my story.
Absolutely. And you would add so much more to it if you did resonate with it. But speaking about the story, I mean, you chose quite intentional moves while directing in terms of not showing violence in the way that we may be used to seeing. Why did you choose to do that?
Because I think, and it's similar to choosing the point of view of a child to tell the story. I think we've all been sort of desensitized to violence, desensitized because we see so much of it, video games and the media and stuff that we're bathed with all the time. And I thought, let me talk about implied violence. Let me show, glimpses in a television set or conversations, snippets from a radio. That will inform us. And let me use a sort of certain suspense and tension in the story to imply violence rather than to show it.
Yeah, sometimes it just needs that,
it's as effective.
Exactly. Okay, so audiences are sitting there, they want to enjoy this film. What are you hoping by the end of it, when the credits roll, that they will take from this?
Well, I think first of all, they will fall in love with the young heroine who is played by Lexi Venter. The character of Bobo is the wildest, grubbiest, naughtiest, freest little girl.
I love that.
Yeah, and I think every South African who's ever run barefoot on the soil of Africa knows that character and understands. I feel like I know that part of myself. So we found this wonderful young girl who'd never acted before, who's just incredible. And what happens is, because she's so appealing, you can watch that moment in history through her eyes.
Sure.
And it really does inform about the past, but there is an uplifting feeling by the end of it.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm very excited. I will be there front row and center on Wednesday. And you better be there, Expresso fam, going on to Friday as it makes its nationwide debut. But of course, we cannot leave it here. Yes, we're excited about Don't Let's Go to the Dogs tonight, the premiere happening soon. But right now, a premiere of our version of the Matilda cake for Miss Embeth herself. We would love for you, Embeth, to taste our
Honey,
beautiful Matilda
that's
cake.
for you. Like you said, a precocious child is one that shows
You're the
exceptional...
precocious child.
You precocious in this moment. I had to say it, and I wanted to officially deliver this and ask you what you think.
Okay, what time is it? And I'm eating
I know. We're really testing you at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, cheers.
Does it bring back memories?
That's a good reaction.
Oh my God, it's divine. And can I just say, only in South Africa can you make a cake taste like that. It's even better than the Matilda one.
Raging reviews
So good.
from our beautiful Miss
Wonderful.
Embeth Davids. My goodness,
Wow.
what a moment right here on Expresso. Don't worry, we will share the rest of the cake with the crew. But for now, we're having a moment with Miss Honey herself. Thank you so much for doing such good work and serving not only the country, but also the continent in the way that you have. We can't wait for this movie to happen. And congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, Expresso fam. Okay, let them eat cake. By them, I mean us. So we'll get into a break and see you straight after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey ho, welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and there's so much happening, so much good entertainment, so many incredible guests, inspiration, and even had Miss Honey. But for now, let's talk about how we can put some money in your pocket, because it's that time where you can literally spend as little as 5 Rand, which could allow you to play Powerball for an estimated 84 million Rand in jackpots, all happening this Tuesday. So don't get left behind, Mzansi, and I'm going to plug you in exactly how we do this. So you can buy your tickets now in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. There's the mobile app, you got cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# and then follow the USSDs. You literally got options, and we want you to win so badly that we posted all these details on our Expresso social media pages. So why don't you go check them out right now? That'll allow you to punch push and play the Powerball for an estimated 84 million Rand in total estimated jackpots. It's all happening today. You can become a multi-millionaire, but only in Mzansi if if you play now and get involved in all the good stuff. And there might be more than a simple reason as to why I'm sitting down in the kitchen right now. And I'm sure you're wondering, yes, Raul, why? Well, we've got something exciting to talk to you about. And everything here is about to begin with Buco. We're talking about your favorite design show. You getting the hint now? Yeah, My Design Rules is back for season 2. And the new season coming to your screens promises to be even bigger and better. We've got 3 talented design duos who will transform 3 4-bedroom white box houses in the stunning Paarl Valley lifestyle estate and farm in Paarl, Western Cape. Now, each duo will bring their unique style and expertise to the table as they transform the empty buildings into luxury designer homes. Oh, I'm so excited. Now, on top of this, the winning duo will also claim a grand prize of 400,000 Rand. And with all that hype, we had to just keep it going. So we thought we'd bring in our season 1 winner, Amy Moses, in the building. Yo.
Hi, Ryle.
How you doing?
Very well, yourself.
Yo, I see you, and there's a bit of like, I wouldn't say trauma because that's a negative word, but there's a lot of like nostalgic, crazy chaos memories. Yo,
crazy.
You know, come through some things.
It was wild and trauma.
How are you feeling after taking in that incredible win and everything that happened during that crazy journey?
I mean, it was a whirlwind,
to say the
but
least.
It was amazing. I learned so much, but now just relaxing into life again, back into the normal, has been somewhat of a challenge actually, because things are quieting down a bit, but yeah, very good.
Nothing will probably be as chaotic as doing a show for TV and also doing such an intense journey of building a space room by room with like no time at all. So you're into a very good space in your life. Now being a winner, how have things changed for you in terms of the pace, in terms of what you're up to now?
Well, so things were obviously very hectic and very fast-paced, and then obviously dealing with cameras on top of it.
How intense, eh?
It was a shock to the system. And getting back to life and just finding my feet again in doing life and business, it's opened up quite a few doors actually. We've got, you know, your friends and family kind of have a little bit more belief in you.
You're now like legit, you're credible.
Yes, so now you can actually hand your business card over with some confidence,
I love that, yeah.
And getting some word of mouth referrals, which is great. Yes.
So you're like a pro now, remember, you're like the master of season 1. No one else has claimed the throne. So you might have some great advice and expertise for those that are going to enter season 2, right? What would you say to them with regards to how this thing can impact them, like what they should experience in the show and what they can look forward to, especially young designers, because I would imagine this to be quite a good platform for them too, right?
Yes, it's definitely a great platform to kind of get your feet wet, because I mean, as we saw with Hannah and Keaton, they were not designers at all. So you can test the waters a bit, see if it's actually for you, but it's not very much like real life. It's very intense. There's a lot of other things going on. So bear that in mind. However, you have to be resourceful. Very resourceful, and something that I thought after the show, to do the DIY more in the show, and it's actually whet my appetite a bit in my own life.
Stimulated something within you, right? Okay. So with everything that happened, and I have to reflect on how the show impacted you, because we saw you coming from like such an overwhelmed situation where everything was going wrong. The emotions were shown on TV, but yet every challenge, something started to click. You started to make more sense of it, and you got to the point where you won the show. So you're probably the best person we could ask advice for. So anybody entering the show, anybody attempting to do this and take it on, what advice would you have for them?
One thing we did do is we stuck to our ground. We had an overall plan from day one, and we slowly worked at it, chipping away. Our plan at the end came to life. So have a plan from the beginning and work slowly, even if it means that you don't, like we didn't win all those challenges.
You don't even finish them, yeah.
Exactly. But stick to your guts, to your plan, and just know that what you're doing is correct and right. Have some...
I love that. Have some, you know, that hears the energy that gets you across the line. But Amy, I've got to say, I'm so proud of you. Again, having front row seats to seeing your evolution, your growth. My Design Rules has really unlocked something special in you. I know you had it there, it was lying there, and it was almost awakened within the show. And it's so beautiful to see how you grow in strength and strength. And I can't wait to see more of the projects that you work on.
Yes, very exciting.
Gonna be excited, yeah? Thank you for coming through and reminding us how incredible this opportunity is. And for you, Mzansi, that's what it's about. We want to thank Amy again for this incredible chat, but also her story from Amy Moses, the My Design Rules Season 1 winner. If you watch Season 1, go check. If you haven't watched Season 1, go check it out, because there is so much drama and you'll see this journey unfold in an incredible way. So everything's happening, and if you want to get involved, visit mydesignrules.tv now, and you can enter to be one of 3 design duos on Season 2 of My Design Rules. Now, entries close on the 10th of August, so we want you to begin your design journey and begin with Buco. Calling all design dreamers. Do you think you've got what it takes to turn this into this? My Design Rules, South Africa's hit interior design reality show, is back. It's bigger than ever, with R500,000 Rand in prizes up for grabs. 3 talented design duos will transform 3 4-bedroom white box houses in the stunning Paul Valley lifestyle estate and farm, right here in the beautiful Cape Winelands. We are calling on up-and-coming design duos from across South Africa. And whether you're friends, family, partners or colleagues, we want to hear from you. To enter, you have to be 25 years or older, have at least 2 years of practical experience, and at least one of the members in the duo needs to have a qualification in architecture, interior design, or a related field. Visit mydesignrules.tv. Entries close 10th of August. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And let's go.
Boom! Lock the doors. Let's get ready. And how y'all feel about some road tripping? Because we become specialists at this. So remind you, yes, this is your feel-good breakfast show. Just in case you're wondering, what happened to the studio?
But let's talk about carpooling, something that I absolutely love, road trips too, and all those can we take one car moments. Because with most SUVs, once you pass 5 passengers, things get tight really quickly.
Jeez, and that's excluding the luggage, right?
Oh.
But one of the best things about this is that when you're talking about the Hyundai Alcazar, it has one of the biggest advantages over all its competitors. It's a 7-seater that's also practical, it's roomy and perfect for growing families or those friend groups on the move. And you're talking about adventure solo, nah, that's no more. Bring all your friends and loved ones with you.
As long as I can adventure with you. Raul's been telling me all the details about how him and his friends, traverse the mountains and beyond. So this is the place. Have you ever had to squish into the back of a car as the smallest friend or sibling is the question, because I've had the middle seat problem before.
Oh, yeah?
I'm the youngest, so at any point, I don't get any, that's why I'm a passenger princess now. I don't get any of the luxuries when you're in the middle.
I'm actually very well versed with the 7 seats in many vehicles, and I found them all to be nowhere near as cool as this. Because I'm the guy that says, you know what, guys, it's fine. I'm mobile, you know, I train, I do a little bit like stretching, so I can fit in there, but I forget how long my limbs actually are. I'm like just over 6 foot. So guys, I figured out exactly how hard it is to get into 7 seats, but not with this one over here. We sorted. The legs can even like feel themselves. Yeah.
They're not going to go numb. You don't have to ask for 50 stops along the way. You're fine. And then also when you go into third wheeling, it's nice that you're not a gymnast anymore. You can be a third wheel with the entire back space.
Literally, I think that's the difference. It's actually like, I think it's not even true, some of these guys that are saying they have 7-seaters, because just go try sit in it and you'll it's almost like you're in the airport seat, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm stuck, help!
That's insane. And that's why the Alcazar's fold and flip second row is a game changer, Mzansi. Let me tell you, even kids can get to the back row easily without having to crawl over the seat, which we know can also just be an unnecessary moment.
Yeah.
When you're trying to get the family involved, the least we do to create chaos is the best.
I know, and I mean, just like take a moment to look at it. How spacious is that? It's almost like you have to go, hey guys, come over here. I love it, man. And I mean, listen, there's so much space, there's so much happening in here. You could have a full-on party in this thing. So, loving it, everything about the Alcazar, and I think this is why we are going to show you a little later on in the show how easy it really is to get into the third row. No somersaults required.
No stunts either. I promise you, we do this ourselves.
When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
Hey, welcome back, Mzansi. My road trip wagon is sorted, and of course you've heard us talk about the Hyundai Alcazar's 7-seat setup, but now it's time to show you just how practical it really is. We're talking about everything from school runs, road trips, getting into the third row. Shouldn't feel like an obstacle course, and luckily the Alcazar makes it easy even for the kids. So let's actually put it to the test and see exactly what we're talking about. Carissa, where you at?
I am right here in the back waiting for our people to get in the car, Raul. Well, listen, the seats are up currently, right, as I'm speaking, but they so easily get flattened because ain't nobody got time to gymnastics on over here. So all we have to do is take the levers, the material levers, pull it and push it down. It flattens completely. You do the same on both sides. You pull it, you pull, and then you push down. I was maybe a little bit aggressive there. So you can get into the second row, and if you pull one up, you can get into the third seat. So personally, I feel like I could take my girlies on a trip. So social media team, where you at? We need some people in the second row. We need some people in the third row. All right. Dee, you come around this way. Our award-winning team. I'm going to lift one up, actually, so that you can actually make your way there. Get on.
So we've got 1, 2, 3 in the back seats. Obviously, we can have myself driving and another passenger
now
in front of me. Now I got to figure out how to get in here. But are you getting in?
I'm going to get in. Wait. Beam me on over.
I think what we should have done in hindsight is maybe got in the third row first before getting in the second row. But
now we got it.
Okay, you're making it work. Nice.
No acrobatics needed. Now I just need somebody to pull the seat for me.
I'm loving this. I don't know if you guys can see the commotion right now in the back, but it's a success. Look at that. Even the third row, while trying to juggle, you can get in because there's space to get into it while still getting it up. I mean, that's just incredible. So let me just count this. So we would have had someone over here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I still feel like we've got space for bags and a couple good things. You're all feeling like you're road trip ready?
Let's go,
Mighty gonna squeeze another. There we go. Our queen has arrived. And we are now officially ready for our road trip. Honestly, this is comfy, this is cool. Everybody is chilling in style right now, and I think even for the kids, if you had any, this would be such an easy way to get in without needing help, and especially helpful on those school run holidays or getting the kids and some of their friends to one of those big games. You got everything sorted here, and everybody's got a happy smile on their face too. So get the seatbelts on, guys. I think we are officially ready for our road trip. Carissa, how are you doing in the back there?
I'm so good. Get the music going. How about that?
Music's about to load up, and I think there's always the designated lift club driver or anything happening. You've got the weekends involved in everything. So this is what it's about. The Hyundai Alcazar has you covered with 7 flexible seats, a flexible space and easy access for every passenger. And on top of that, this means that there's just one less thing to stress about, and we can focus on our road trip.
Woohoo!
See you later.
See you later.
Yo, let's go.
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
We've got Kutlwano Yika still in the building. And honey, it is how we round up the show. But I've still got a couple of questions for him because he is leading busking in South Africa. And I'm so excited for him to continue growing as an artist. Kutlwano, what's right, Putam? I'm so glad. Kutlwano, I have to ask you, especially because earlier on we never got to actually get into this because you did start touching on it. I mean, as an artist, you've always got a little bit of a, I want to call it a bucket list in terms of people you want to work with in the industry. Who would you really love to collaborate with? Let's choose one local and one international.
I think we have so much local artists, so I think in terms of songwriting, I would love to have Msaki have a pen.
I knew you'd say Msaki, yes. When you said songwriting, I thought straight to her, yes.
Yeah, so I think I could do much with her. She's an international act.
I love that, honey. Okay, then give me a second one, anybody.
I think I like the timeless push that Sizonke pushes on her music. I think she has a very strong fan base. People who actually get the meaning from whatever message she has. So, yeah, I think those are the 2 people I would love to work with.
Beautiful. I hope they're listening. I hope you're watching Zonke and Msaki, okay? But Puti, I mean, you said earlier on that you really want to just push busking in South Africa. You think more people should be getting into it. If anyone right now is watching and is like, yes, even me, I want to be like Kutlwano, what advice would you give to them?
Just don't fake it, you know, have patience for this. The obsession will build up and you won't want to do anything else. You want to do music, and obviously people are going to be there rooting for you. You just want to build it. And so Cape Town for me is another venue for me to actually shine with this busking thing.
Oh, really? Yes. What about Cape Town makes it something that you want to go and, you know, conquer?
Well, people are there for lifestyle, just to relax, you know, to spend money and everything. So it will make sense for any person to busk that side.
That's true.
Yeah. People make money in Joburg, but they spend it in Cape Town.
That's
true. So you want to be where the money is for you as a musician or any person in the arts industry.
There's that econometric son. You know where the economy is booming. I love that. But Kutlwano, one last thing. I mean, I feel like, earlier on you did mention your favorite part about just being a busker. When we talk about people, has there been a certain story that kind of stuck out to you where you got to see a person and really connect with them because you guys kind of really got to know each other or anything like that?
I have many fans, obviously, but there are people who just joined my journey and wanted to see through the way I want to, right? I would mention names, but then it won't make sense because some will feel like they're left out.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are many people like watching me from hospital when they were to give birth. And, like, you kept me just watching and entertained when it was very stressful for me. And yeah, and there are many people who actually chipped in. They came giving me a guitar to try out, but then it wasn't as professional as I'd want it to be. But yeah, people just wanted to do the most, even sponsors, so like, yeah, it's been great.
That's beautiful. So they're not lying when they say it takes a village. It takes a village to make a superstar.
For sure.
100%.
And South Africa is huge, and I haven't done much, to be fair, in this country. But yeah, I think Cape Town is the next one, but then we open to every place out here.
I love that. So essentially you're saying you're just scraping the surface, which I love.
True.
Beautiful. Well, Putwam, it's time for you to give us some of that Kenny Rogers. Are you ready for us?
For sure. For sure.
Beautiful. She believes in me, everybody. Here we go.
I'm gonna close my eyes for this. While she lay sleeping, I stay out late at night and play my songs. Sometimes all the nights can be so long, and it's good when I finally make it home. All alone, she lays dreaming. I try to get undressed without the light, and quietly she says, "How was your night?" And I come to her and say, "It was alright," and I hold her tight. Oh, and she believes in me. I'll never know just what she sees in me. Well, I told her someday if she was my girl, I could change the world with my little song. I was wrong, but she has faith in me, and so I go on trying faithfully. And on someday, on some special night, if my song is right, I will find a way. While she's waiting, I stumble to the kitchen for a bite, and I see my old guitar in the night, just waiting for me like a secret friend. There's no end. She lays crying while I fumble with the melody or two, and I'm torn between the things that I should do. And she says to wake her up when I am through. God, love is true. Oh, and she believes in me. I'll never know just what she sees in me. I told her someday if she was my girl, I could change the world with my little songs. I was wrong, but she has faith in me, and so I go on trying faithfully. If my song is right, I will find a way. While she lays, oh, while she waits for me.
Oh my goodness. This is exactly what we love in Cape Town. I know we still got so much more coming up for the rest of the week. What's happening, my faves?
Well, after that, I think we just need to breathe and take in all that because wow, 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 that was beautiful. Giving like that Luther Vandross energy, and you know this one's going to be winning awards. Can't wait to talk about it.
Kutlwano said he also wants to come to Cape Town. We're ready for you. Please come through. And I'm telling you, you're going to do so successfully in the city in particular. When it comes to the show, though, tomorrow, so much excitement because guess what? It's the culinary hotline bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
Yes, we get into 3 segments, cooking along and making sure that the patisserie that we'll bring on through is going to be absolutely delicious.
Oh, nice. Now, we're going to also make it a little bit oriental because we have a Chinese bridge competition that we went to. I was actually there and wow, blown away by the youth, what they're doing and how this is unlocking the skills to go international.
Come on.
Y'all gonna be impressed with this one.
Well, I'm impressed with this cake. Let me tell
I know,
you that
right?
much.
How good was this?
And y'all been teasing me all day.
Listen,
Embeth
we gotta cut
literally
it.
kept raving about it, and now I'm like, oh, if it's good enough for Miss Honey, it's good enough for Miss.
Woo! Look at this. Okay, I can't even use this knife to serve. It's that scrumptious and delicious.
Even at the end of the
But again,
night.
Siobhan came through and did the
Shout
most.
out, Siobhan.
Don't forget, you got to check her out tonight, 7:30 SABC2. It's the Taste Master and it's the semi-finals. So it is going to be stellar, to say the least. Oh, that was a good cut.
Look at that. Whoa.
Officially, Matilda would be surprised and love this. Mzansi, we love you. We see you in the morning, Josie.
Yummy.
We love you too. Thank you so much. Wow.
Let's get involved.
Let's go.
Yum.
Oh, wow.
Another feel-good production.